Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another stream of Al Ahwa, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite show to watch on every Sunday. We are here, of course. The coffee shop is upon us. We are here to talk about Liverpool absolutely annihilating Bournemouth without Mo Salah. We're here to talk. Oh, damn, the score is on the screen by mistake. That's an honest mistake, you guys. Let me remove it quickly. Let me center everything correctly. Anyway, hi guys. Big up to you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. That's the same team that beat Man United 3-0, by the way, away from home. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing, Habibis. And we're out here. Your favorite show to watch every single Sunday. Il Ahwa is upon us. I'm about to check which episode it is. I think it's episode 53. Might be mistaken. Is it episode 53? Yes, it is episode 53. I knew I had the number right. It is episode 53, Habibis. And we are out here. And it's Liverpool with a W. And it's Arsenal with a W. So speaking of Arsenal with a W, it's only right we introduce him as the first panelist. He took an absolute roasting last week. He absolutely got cooked and slandered last week. So it's only right. It's only right that we introduce him first. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been promoted to colonel of, I will never, they taught us over here it's pronounced colonel, but then you find out it's pronounced colonel. I'm like, isn't colonel the thing in the corn? But apparently that's also the thing in the like colonel. Hey guys, my name's Colonel Saad. I don't speak Arabic. But anyway, joining us on the channel is the man, the myth, the legend himself. I like Saad. How you doing? How you
You know when you said Coronel, that reminds me of Narcos, bro. Narcos, bro. Like the amount of
Wallahi,
times they say
Colonel,
Coronel
that's what
there.
they say. Yeah,
Coronel. Coronel.
Colonel.
I know. Big up to you lot. Big up to the chat. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Subscribing to This Is Football. If you haven't already, what are you doing with your life? Come on. Subscribe.
Right.
Subscribe, man. We got a Liverpool win, which I'm not too happy about, but khalas, I have no hate for Liverpool. No hate. So I don't care if they win, they lose, as long as I do my job and I can try and catch up to them. Yeah, maybe I need them to drop points and draw. But will Arsenal win? We're here, man. We're here. We're active, man. You know what I mean? Finally, I get to taste victory after a few
It's
weeks.
crazy
Of
how
not
like
having
you either like see your club struggle to score or you score 5 in the same game. Like
Wallah,
what?
listen, Hassan, Wallah, we're going to get into it.
How?
I'm going to speak.
Yeah,
I don't know. Wallah, I don't.
no, but
Wallah, I
no,
don't
but
know.
like for real, before we even get into it, like you went from like we can't score a goal to like 5.
No,
Okay, bro.
it's the set pieces. Gabriel, listen, Gabriel
Magalai.
is he's very good, man. He's very good. So underrated by a lot of football fans, I
We'll
feel
get
like.
into it. We'll get
And
into it. I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
hear
we're
what these
getting to it. We're
bozos
getting
who
to it.
slander Arsenal every week have to say about it. And speaking of a bozo that slanders Arsenal every week, sometimes media tells a story, you guys.
Cootie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. I fucking love Cootie Romero. He's the fucking GOAT, and I hope you know.
Hello, Jacob.
Hello. Salam alaikum, my brothers, first and
Walaikum
foremost.
salam.
Alaikum assalam, man. Okay,
And,
no, bro.
secondly, the chat. I don't know what y'all are doing right now, but you better be hitting the like button, or else I'm going to sick. Who should I sick on them? A kangaroo this week? What are we thinking? Well, someone's going to find you. We're going to find you, and if you don't hit the like button, we're going to find you.
You
don't
you
wanna
gotta
know
pull
what
it
happens
out,
when we find
Jacob. Jacob, you gotta pull it out, bro. And get the big one, bro. I pulled the big one out, bro.
you. The little one going to
Wallah.
get you now.
Yeah,
Watch
the
out
little
for the
one.
little one. But the big one now, that's the one you want
Look at the big one. Look at the.
Video of, did you guys ever watch the
Yeah.
video of the guy punching the kangaroo when he was fighting his dog?
Yeah. I saw that, bro. In the
Remember,
river.
any of you will actually watch that video? There was like this kangaroo who had this like dog in a
Dog in
chokehold.
a yeah, he had him in a choke.
Yeah, and then the owner
Hey,
comes and starts punching it and shit and like fighting it.
kangaroos live by one motto.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, around the world, it was like everyone was angry and shit, and then Australians were like, "Yo, this is normal." Like,
Yeah,
they had the
that's
kangaroo by
Sunday.
the headlock. Like, fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of someone who will find the
Mhm.
chat if they don't like the video, this is the guy that usually finds the people in the chat who haven't liked the video. Um, you know, unfortunately for him, happily for me and Saad, neither Liverpool nor Arsenal lost this week. So, you know, he's just going to have to sit up here and do Liverpool and Arsenal prop for the next hour and a half, 2 hours. So joining us on the channel, of course, is the Lieutenant General of This Is Football. See how that one is easy? No Colonel. Hey guys, my name is Colonel Hussam.
Colonel.
Ya akhi, Colonel is the popcorn. Ya akhi. How is the popcorn and the guy in the army the same thing? Yeah. How does it make
But
sense?
also Colonel Sanders, he's the guy behind KFC. Don't forget
Yes.
about Colonel Sanders.
Yes. Anyway, speaking of man like Staffy. Hello Allah, Habibi. How are you doing?
Who said I have to give Arsenal and Liverpool props? You never know what
Yeah.
agenda I could be pulling out.
There he is.
Oh, so you're a Dodgers fan today. That's what you're telling me.
There you are.
Bro, why does everyone obsess so much over my hats? You know, when I bought the hat, I didn't know it was a Dodgers hat. I just thought it said LA and I was like, it's cool.
Oh my God, isn't that like a traitor to New York thing?
Yeah, he is, bro. He's going coast
Don't
to
they?
coast with
Don't
his
they
beef.
like usually don't like LA out there in New York? I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
no, they hate Boston out in New York, but the Dodgers are pretty successful too versus the Yankees. So, I by the way, I know nothing about baseball. So when I bought it, I just thought it said LA. That's the real reason I bought it.
The only
But
thing I know about
anyways,
baseball is like the GOAT is like some guy called Barry Bonds who was on steroids. That's the only thing I know.
I know nothing.
Yeah, I think he played for San Francisco Giants.
It's
Barry
like Staffy
Bonds.
wearing a Leeds hat, but it's not a Leeds hat. It just says LA. It doesn't say LA Dodgers. If I had the Dodgers logo,
But I
You're
think
from
that's
the
where it
East Coast,
originated. I don't know.
And you're twerking for West Coast. Wallahi, that's so disrespectful. That's so
Mhm.
how am I working because I'm wearing a hat?
rolling in his grave as we speak. Anyway,
Oh, don't
speaking of rolling in our graves, all the Syrian ancestors are rolling in their grave because not only this guy decided to support Chelsea, he also decided to put eyeliner. So joining us on the channel is the mascara man himself, eyeliner o'clock himself, the fraudulent human being, man like Ziad is in the building. How are you doing, Ziad?
Why is always the one I say first always introduced last?
Also,
Chat,
why is
guys,
it so
can we-
dumb?
هو انت الاندرتيكر متولع النور.
والله
What's going on?
He was
Undertaker.
getting
Listen,
roasted by Mo the other day in the chat for not having a single light bulb working
Bro.
in his facilities.
bro, I like
And yet
darkness,
again,
man.
I wondered what the
Darkness.
over-under was.
bro,
Darkness
he's
is-
not. Ziad, you're a professional YouTuber now. Yeah, you have to get
Habibi,
light.
that's what I'm saying.
يلا هذه زعل.
Khalas, you have to do it, bro.
Habibi, listen, man. Every now and then it's nice to change it up, you know, switch up a bit, man. The same background, people get bored. Look at Staffy, bro. خلاص فهمنا. You have a nice background. Change it up a bit.
انا حاطك استريم الحمام اعمل لك ايه يعني what are you gonna
I
do?
don't know, bro. Anyway, big up everyone. Big up. Like and subscribe.
شغل الضوء عن جد.
هلا بحط لك الضوء حبيبي. Let me introduce myself first حبيبي. صلي على النبي.
Okay, big up, Ziad.
يلا.
عليه الصلاة والسلام.
Let me find some light in this bitch, bro.
Speaking of finding the light, you know, guys, you know, sometimes I find out I actually have spies on YouTube that they tell me everything other people's been doing. This guy's been slandering Mo Salah consistently over the last 3-4 days. He has plenty of lighting in his background though, and a fake piano. But we want to ask him his thoughts on Liverpool slapping Bournemouth 4-0 without Mo Salah and without Trent. Notice how I didn't say we didn't have Rodri, we didn't have KDB like he done. And we're going to be talking as well about Arsenal. Saad, do this. Saad. 5, Hamza.
No, Saad, you should do this. Saad, you should do this. 2 for 2 and 8. Congratulations.
There we are. Look at this guy. The guy that props Romero's just trying to clown me.
There
bro.
you are.
This guy.
Fraudulent professors.
2 and 8 looking boy.
Yeah, come on. Listen, I'm here. You know I'm here. You know I'm smiling. 5.
Why?
5. Yeah, Sam. 5.
For me,
Listen,
4.
I bet you it's Girona. Is it
He's gonna
Girona?
talk
Your
about
women
Girona.
team got beaten 5-1
La
City
ilaha
today.
Oh,
Your women team.
Oh
Klopp has
my
the right to talk about it. We have to talk about Liverpool fans. Why is your women team right slapped by Man City 5-1? 5-1 we dumped on you, frauds. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Name 5
We're
Manchester City
today. We're
women
talking
players
about
right
women's
now.
football as well.
Name
We're
5
talking
Manchester
about
City
women's
women
football.
players right
I
now.
dunked on you 5-1. I dunked on Liverpool 5-1. and Klopp has to say something about it. I want to hear. What are you going to say about it today? 5.
Why would Klopp say
5-1.
something about it? He manages the men's team.
Shameless.
Klopp has to say
Come on,
something
I love it. Let's go.
And
I
finally,
thought he was
last
gonna
but
talk
not
about
least,
Girona, bro.
listen, guys, 6 people in here. Only thing missing is a sprinkle of corruption. The sprinkle of corruption is upon us, folks, with his lip. Only thing he's missing is كوباية شاي فيها هيك قطعة سكر من تحت ومحركهم. Joining us on the channel, of course,
والله
is
ما عمل
the
شيء. تصدق؟
iconic judge of people. More infamous than Judge Judy. The only thing he needs is just to dye his hair blonde. Man like Mo is in the building. How you doing, Mo, man?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. What the Hamza? What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Bro,
Women's
who
team, man.
starts like
What
that?
the fuck is this?
Yeah,
What
what
the
the-
heck are you
what-
talking? What is this? Is I'm sorry. Nobody watches women football
I
here.
watch it.
You can go on streams with other people that watch women's football. Sam challenge you. Name 5 women that play for Manchester City for your club.
Don't
5.
look at your phone. Don't look at your phone.
Yeah, I
Look
got
up.
it here. Please, I got it.
Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Name 5 women who play for Man City. Hamza, don't act like you can't hear me. Name 5 women who play for Man City. Don't look at your phone. And you're on your laptop Googling. Look at you. You're such a
Look at him. He's a fraud.
fraud.
You guys are so shameless, man.
Fraud,
Listen.
yeah. You got caught out, man.
No,
You
well,
got
listen.
caught out.
Khadija show anyway scored a hat trick.
Yeah, okay,
man.
okay, Khadija.
And
Even I
Jabba
know.
Boy.
خديجة شو مين يا عم؟ هذه خالتي
I know.
اللي جابت جول دي ولا ايه؟ بيقول لك
Look at
خديجة
this
شو؟
guy, bro.
خالتي جابت الجول عنده.
Ziad, خلاص, here, for keep switching off your camera. It could be at the bottom, keep switching it off.
I like to be
Big
at the
up to
bottom.
our
anyway,
boy
bro.
Sacco says Emirates is waiting for league leaders
أيوه.
FC.
انت بتطفي الكاميرا بتاعتك دايما ليه؟ انا عايز افهم
خليه اللي بيحلل
الموضوع ده
يا
معصبني
صافي.
والله.
سير كمل
ليه
الانترو
يعني؟
بعدين
قاعدين يا ابني مع نسوان، ما
خليك تحكي
عادي
يا
ما تشغل
صافي.
الكاميرا
خليك
يا عم.
تحكي يا
في إيه؟
صافي.
عندك
في
عوض.
شو
جد
بتشوف يا
يعني.
صافي؟
لا بصراحه
بقى؟
ستافي حق. انت شو بدك تضل تطفي لنا اياها كل شوي؟
والله العظيم
شو
بحس
مكسر
اني
الدنيا
قاعد
تعال
يا
بالعوره
صافي.
بتاعته.
تعال
فاهمني؟
جنبي
في
ما
إيه يا
تخاف.
عم؟
تعال جنبي. شو
قاعد
بك
جنبك يا
خيي؟
عم، انت هتعضني يعني. لا ابعد عني. قال لك ما تخاف.
يعني
لا
بدك
حول
تشرب،
ولا.
يعني كل ما بده يشرب شفه مي بده يطفي الكاميرا. هير يا اخي يو كان درينك ووتر. ها
ما عم يا حول ولا قوة الا
بعدين
بالله.
يعني بعد you want to hear
والله
coffee.
غريب
ها.
والله.
احكي
والله
معه
العظيم غريب.
You
يا
want me
مو.
to light a
قول
cigarette
كلمة
as
يا
well?
مو. تصبح على خير يا مو.
ما تدخلش مو في الموضوع.
لا مو is gonna back me.
Back you. No?
Anyway, let me just finish the intro before we were rudely interrupted by Mr. Eyeliner. Big up to Starboy Saka who says Emirates is waiting for league leaders FC. Yo, that is gonna be one hell of a game as well. So I can't wait for it. But we play Chelsea before we play Arsenal. So I don't know who Arsenal got next. I believe it's West Ham,
No,
right?
no, it's Nottingham Forest. We have
Nottingham Forest, which also isn't easy to be fair with Nuno
Yeah,
Santo and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. So yeah. Big up to my guy Ryan who says, Hussam, come on, bro. Curtis Jones been our best midfielder this season, not McAllister. We were so good today. Corrupt Judge predicted we draw 1-1. I actually have everyone's predictions here for the game. I think the corrupt Staffy predicted as well that we get a draw. I'm about to double check it now because it's on my laptop. I'm about to look at it. I think Staffy and Mo predicted draws, and this fraud Saad, Saad predicted, let me tell you, Saad predicted 1-1. Ziad said 3-1. I said 2-1. Mo and Staffy predicted draws. Jacob predicted a win for us. Big up Jacob, man. Big up Jacob. That's why we're redirecting to Jacob today. We're starting Liver Spurs now. Big up to you, Ryan. And listen, McAllister's definitely our best midfielder. If you watch McAllister today, you're like, yo, this guy done everything on the pitch. Big up to Zonzi Media who says the judge. Big up to you, Zonzi. Big up to the judge as well. I'm about to put everyone's channel in the description as well. Hamza, get yourself we got a bra. Wow. You know, sometimes I get too excited when I'm reading super chat. I need to read them before I put them on the screen. But low-key, you are getting cooked as well because I asked him name 5. Yeah, 5 players. And he was on his phone doing this. He's looking down, and then he's Googling and you can see him typing. Yeah, you have some shame. Yeah,
Well, some shame, man. I knew.
Big up to you. Big up to Jose says the meltdown Hamza's gonna have if they are found to be guilty is epic. Jota is so underrated. Chelsea next. Brace yourself for another draw. I completely agree with this. We're gonna draw with Chelsea. Like people, I think it's gonna be, oh my god, Chelsea are so shit. Liverpool are so good. No, we're drawing. It's gonna be the 10th draw in a row. I've had enough.
How can you draw to us? That's embarrassing, man.
I give up. Khalas. It's gonna be a draw. Wallahi, Ziad, do you know how many Chelsea Liverpool games I've hyped in a row? I've done hype.
Yeah, but we are like we are. I think this is the worst we've been since we've played you.
No. Last season under Potter, when you came to Anfield, you were worse than this.
I don't think so. I don't think so. We were.
It was still a draw. Anyway, listen, big up to you guys. 530 people are in the house. We ain't even started talking about the football yet. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Big up to Qusay, Nadra, Zonzi, Starboy, and Ryan for the super chats. And of course, there's only one place to start. That's the Vitality Stadium, the game that's freshest in everyone's mind. So please, before Staffy finds you and fights you all, and before Judge Mo spits the lip in your face, and before Jacob gets the kangaroo to punch you in the face, make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Don't just hit it, slap the like button. Subscribe to This Is Football. Big up all my super chatters, and we'll give you guys a shout out at the end. And actually, I feel like, usually the guy that like, one is the guy who always starts the topic. So I should be the one starting it. But I feel like I don't want to talk because I spoke after the game a little bit. And obviously, I possibly might be having Tom Little, inshallah, on the channel tomorrow. So we might speak about it. But I want to hear you guys' opinions. Whoever wants to go first, let Saad go first because usually he gets overridden by the two frauds below him.
Yo.
Go ahead, Saad.
Listen, I think it was a very good performance. A very good performance from Liverpool. Diogo Jota, clinical. We know this anyway. I think Nunez worked very well on the left side, and oftentimes you saw them interchanging him and Jota, because Jota was in the middle, but you saw him interchanging with Nunez, and they were switching positions at times. Nunez coming into the middle. Do you know what I mean? Diaz as well. They were all interchanging between the front line, which was good for you guys. I think that works out best until Mohamed Salah can return and play for you guys. I think you guys did very well today. McAllister, like you said, bro, this guy is. The fact that we got Havertz and we could have bought, bro. The fact that we got Havertz and we could have gotten McAllister and Kudus for the same amount of money, it just scars me for life, bro. It scars me for life. So, listen,
It took 5 minutes to mention
McAllister.
Didn't even take you 5 minutes to mention.
There you go. There you are. Hold that.
We're talking about Liverpool. Why are you?
Can I finish, Mo? Can I finish, Mo? Can I finish, Mo?
Can I finish? Take you
Thank
2
you.
minutes to mention.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish?
I love you. I love you.
Mo.
We're talking about Liverpool.
Can I finish?
Mo, don't give up.
Can I finish?
Mo, keep
Anyway,
going.
listen.
معلش.
Yeah, I think McAllister was amazing. McAllister was amazing today, and I think it shows he just needed some time to fully bed himself into the midfield. Do you know what I mean? And do what he does best, which is moving the ball around, being able to provide that deep play from and moving the ball forward. And listen, I think McAllister's a very good midfielder, man. A very good midfielder. You put him next to a solid DM and he will do wonders for you. But defense, Konate, as always, very good, confident. You can see he's literally got abundance of confidence right now in his play, and just overall the team played well. Connor Bradley, a young kid, was actually Tom Little was actually playing very good today. He was playing, and the commentator said this, and I was like, you know what, the commentator's right in this instance, because normally the commentators chat shit, so you don't really take into account what they say. But he said this. He said he's playing at the pace that Jurgen Klopp will want a Liverpool player to play at, and I feel like that's definitely something that you need to look at and be like, yeah, you know what, this kid, if he's able to play at that pace and keep it up, he could definitely be someone that you can keep around and embed into the first team in due course. Obviously, you need to take some time, but very, very good from you guys. I feel like Bournemouth in the first half, they had a spell, I think, of like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, where they were on you guys. I think it was to the latter end of the half, and then half time came, second half came out, and then you guys just, started going at them. So good game from Liverpool, though. Good game from Liverpool.
This conversation is a conversation I'm seeing a lot today. And I think first of all, tell us in the chat who you think is better, Konate or Saliba. Second of all, I think the fairest way to answer this is I think Konate has better physical attributes. Saliba is more of a modern centre back. Saliba is much better on the ball. Konate will have one pass that will make you think he's Titus Bramble. Next pass will be world-class pass. It will make no sense. His football, his passing is not the best at all, Konate. And I think Saliba also, we have to give respect to something that I've always given respect to: availability. The problem is Konate gets injured a lot. Saliba is always available. For most of the time.
Just not last year.
Jacob, you know what I mean. Saliba's mostly available. So I'd just say I just put Saliba and Konate ahead. And if Didier Deschamps has any brains, he would send Upamecano and the other guy that he loves. I keep forgetting his name. What's his name? There's the other guy who always plays next to Upamecano.
Kim J مش عارف شو.
Kim J in
J.
France.
He's not. What is this guy talking about?
What is wrong with this guy? I'm saying France. There's a guy that always plays next to him.
Oh,
Not
we
Koundé,
talking about Bayern
he's
Munich.
right.
Oh, we were talking about Varane, حبيبي. Varane plays with him.
Varane. If he has any
You
brains,
missed
they
it.
should
I thought you were talking about Bayern Munich.
Upamecano, مع السلامة, Konate, Saliba, yalla. That's what I think he should do. But
I think that's the best
Deschamps-
centre back pairing for them for France, man.
Yeah.
But Deschamps is so set in his old ways that he doesn't. You know what I mean? They need somebody new to come in for that France job eventually, which it will probably be Zidane. He's been waiting for that job, bro. The guy's twerking for that job right now. So when he comes in, I think he'll do that centre back partnership because I think both of them are just top class, man, top quality, man.
Tadibo better.
So you guys just gonna stay quiet? Like this isn't Ahwa?
I was going to say Tadibo's better than Saliba. I definitely
Who
get
said
on the
Kim
hype.
J? That was funny.
Bro, I thought you was talking about
Yeah.
Bayern Munich. I thought you was talking about Bayern Munich, man. I thought you was talking about Bayern Munich.
French centre backs. He said Kim Min Jae.
Sam, why you're
Jay is
still
crazy for
underdog?
France.
Hussam,
We are
so who
under-
did you want? One second, Hussam. Who did you want France to start as a centre back pairing?
Konate and Saliba.
That's a joke. Well, you see that? You see the fact that you listen, Hussam. That's a
Do
shame.
you think Konate is a joke, Hamza?
Hussam, Konate. No, I've always said Konate should start, and I've praised
Okay.
Konate ahead of everyone here. Before even Liverpool
Okay.
fans used to praise him, and I said he was. But Upamecano, there's a reason why he plays for Bayern Munich because he's had 2 or 3, 4 bad games. Does not mean Saliba's better than him. This is the problem.
2 or 3 is not. It's not 2 or 3 bad games. He is a bozo, bro. He is a bozo.
A club that's never done well to a club that does well, Bayern Munich. For you to be a Bayern Munich, start for Bayern Munich every game. There's a different pressure there. So people do it Islam. Okay, Saliba is a
There is
great.
no pressure at Bayern Munich. Stop
Huh?
capping.
You know, hold
No,
on.
I'll tell you this
I've
much.
got him. I've
One
got
Eric
him.
Dyer in your lineup,
Yes,
then you lose the next match.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Hey,
Why does David not start?
Jacob, you just pulled up
let
the
Hamza make
exact
his
point.
point
Why
first.
does Davies
Yeah, I'm
go
making
there
his
then?
point
Why does
twice.
Davies
He's
go there?
capping.
Saad, you're lagging, by the way. I don't know if you should just leave and rejoin. But Hamza, why are you so against the Saliba Konate partnership?
No,
And who do you
because
think is better?
there's a
out of
reason-
them?
This is what I said before. I know you Premier
Who do you
League
think
fans
is better
don't watch-
first, Saliba or Konate?
I tell you why. Konate is number 1. I agree. I've seen it. And there's a reason why Didier
How much
Deschamps.
did you pay him? Yeah?
There's a reason why Didier Deschamps who
didn't
won
pay
the
him,
World
yeah,
Cup.
man.
How
Yeah.
much did you pay the guy? Yeah, to
I
come
didn't pay him.
Who? No, Konate I've always said number 1. And in fact, Arsenal players slandered Konate when I had to defend Konate every single game. And I said to them, there's a reason why. Didier Deschamps, for him to have seen that Saliba is not top quality, he trains with French players. For him not to have chosen, there is a reason. Because you play for Arsenal Football Club doesn't mean you're guaranteed to start. Saliba is good, but he's not better than Upamecano. That's a fact. Like, people to slander Upamecano because he's made 2 or 3 mistakes, but he plays at elite level. They've won with Upamecano. They've gone to the final with Upamecano. Why should they choose a guy who's they've lost a game to Denmark with Saliba? When Saliba was given 2 chances, they were poor. No, Hassan, that's true. That's true. When you're playing with elite players, that's when we see the real game. I've seen Konate play with France with top players. He looks good. So I give
What
him
about
that.
what about with Todibo? That's another center back that I don't think
Yeah,
we're
he's
throwing in
another
here that
coming. Yeah,
gets
he
in
can't
ahead
just
of.
walk in. He can't walk in ahead of everyone. These guys have been there for years.
Upamecano and Tadibo cannot read the game how Saliba reads the game.
Upamecano
They
is a
cannot
great-
read the game how Saliba reads the game. They can't. If Upamecano could read the game the way Saliba read the game, he wouldn't have fucked up in the game against
See,
you.
but
He wouldn't.
One second.
If he
Has
had any
Saliba
kind of defensive,
got-
if he had a defensive mind, he wouldn't have done what he done against you. He wouldn't. He
No,
even
but
had
this is
bad
what I'm
performances in the
saying.
World Cup for them.
This is the
So
problem.
please, let's
Great
not sit
defenders
here and
make
waffle, bro.
mistakes.
Let's speak
Maldini
honestly,
conceded
bro. Let's
3
speak
against
honestly, bro.
Liverpool. Maldini conceded 3 against Liverpool. Joke of a team. Ask everyone. Ask even Liverpool fans. They say that's a joke of a team.
Why?
Yeah. The fact that players, great
That
defenders,
team was a joke.
make
I can't
mistakes.
lie. He's not even
Van
lying.
Dijk conceded 7 against Aston Villa. Does that make him a bad defender? No. This is what I'm saying. Don't just slander a great player from a couple of big mistakes. How many games, Sam, has Van Dijk been poor? But I've never called Van Dijk a shit defender because he's elite. He's got that status. He's having a bad form, but he's class. Saliba has to get his status. Get that CV. Show us your certificate. Then we'll accept you. But don't just play for Arsenal.
He has to do that. Yes, Hamza. I can understand part of what you're saying. Yeah, he does need to get his status as an elite defender by playing at the top level consistently. I fully understand that, Hamza. Yeah, but right now, with the way he is performing like an elite defender. He just needs to do that for a couple more years, and then he can get that status of, you know what, he's an elite defender.
Was made about Konate a couple of games ago. People were doubting Konate. When I kept saying to you, Konate is a better defender than him, Arsenal fans were slandering me. Oh, how dare you say Konate? Now you're coming back and realizing what I said. Konate was just going through a bad form. Van Dijk will go through bad form, but these guys are elite players. They've got CV. Saliba, give him time. Don't just say Saliba has a right to walk in to great players' position. You don't just walk in.
Wait, so who's the starting partnership, Hamza?
He has to be open. Listen, that team got them to the final. So it would be so harsh for you to drop that team that's won them the World Cup and got them to the final 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. One time they won it, second time they came to the final and they lost. I think they lost. Yeah, they lost. They lose on extra time, whatever it is. Yeah, but that's the level. They're such a top team.
I think
So,
Konate
gotta
Saliba
keep
is a conversation. We cannot say Saliba's clear or Konate is clear. Only thing I'll say is the problem is, and I admit this as a Liverpool fan, is availability, because availability is also important. So if Konate is a bit more available, and also passing wise, I think passing wise, Saliba is a lot better than Konate. If I were to be honest, I think
Saliba's a
Saliba
lot better on the ball than Konate.
Konate-
Konate is an old class defender.
Yeah.
Konate is the type of
Konate
defender that's gonna get stuck in and he's gonna win you the ball.
Yes.
Konate is the type of
Physicality, stuff
player
like
that's
that.
gonna come in, yes, and he's gonna listen. I understand Saad talking about the reading of the game. Konate today had an amazing block, if you remember, in the second half, where it was squared to, I forgot who. Yeah, he cut it back, and Konate was there to block it. You know why that block was impressive? Konate ran to the striker before the ball was crossed, or before it was played on the floor, I should say. It wasn't a cross. And that's why I rate that. Listen, I rate Saliba, don't get me wrong. But when Konate did that, to me, just knowing where to be to throw your body, that's old school defending. He needs someone like Van Dijk to play next to him. Don't get me wrong. Him and Saliba are completely different. I think I like to always make this comparison because they're one of the best partnerships in Premier League history. Vidic and Ferdinand, they were so perfect together, yet they were very different. One of them was
Who's the Ferdinand in that partnership?
The Ferdinand in that partnership is Saliba. And Van Dijk, yeah. If you're talking about Liverpool,
Doesn't tackle.
Van Dijk is the Rio,
Yeah.
and Konate is the
He doesn't
Vidic.
tackle. His position is great.
100%.
He knows when to run. He knows when to stop.
But the problem is, Hamza, because I watch Ferdinand a lot. Ferdinand, whenever he would have to defend a lot of one-on-ones, as much as I rated Ferdinand actually wouldn't win a lot of his tackles. Because Ferdinand's one of his best abilities was knowing where to be at the right time so he doesn't have to defend. That was more of Vidic. That's the difference between Konate and Saliba. And this is why, listen, I don't know what Didier Deschamps is going to do in that French team.
He's
But
not going to drop.
if he thinks
We all know
Todibo's
already.
better, because
He's not
Todibo's
gonna
much younger.
Upamecano, Kimpembe. He's not going to play Todibo.
Todibo's very young. No. That's
was
not
young.
the thing.
No, man, it's gonna be
Todibo-
Upamecano, Varane, man.
No, Varane retired. Khalas, what are you talking
Oh
about?
shit, yeah, he did.
Todibo
No.
is, to me, is always going to be ahead of Saliba because of the way Deschamps is. Maybe when Deschamps leaves one day, he's going to change that. But Konate,
Yeah.
for the type of defender that he is, I think Konate is solidified for that French team.
But
You're
listen,
saying he
Upamecano won't be
starts,
benched,
Kanye?
man.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, I think he starts.
Staffy,
Like,
should I say one?
Hamza,
Can I,
Upamecano won't be benched.
let me just
It won't
respond
be
to
benched
Hamza
because
a
of what he
little
done
bit.
for France.
Let me respond to Hamza. For Hamza to come here and talk about Saliba and Konate, I think he is just having an agenda against Arsenal.
يا راجل
Kona-
اسمع حمزة.
Konate, Upamecano, and Saliba. Saliba had 2 seasons on top flight now, one last season and this season. Konate and Upamecano has been playing at Leipzig and went to Bayern Munich. And since he went to Bayern Munich defensively have struggled, and everybody knows that.
Yes.
So for you to say that, Hamza, that
I
he's
think
having a
Upamecano
couple
is
of bad
the worst.
games,
100%.
He had a bad partner.
for you to say that he had a bad game, he's having a bad spill at Bayern Munich. That's why when Konate went to Liverpool from Leipzig and Upamecano went to Bayern Munich, even the German people said Liverpool got the better deal. Even though Upamecano was the bigger name, they said Liverpool got the better deal. Yes, Konate didn't work out for them as they expected, as Matip played, and he's still learning. But everyone knows that Bayern Munich defensively got worse since Upamecano left. That's why they are trying with De Ligt. That's why they tried with Hernandez to be center back next to him.
And who else?
That's why they tried with
De Ligt
now
is a
Kim
loser,
Min
bro.
Jae. That's
And
why
who
they are
else?
trying so hard.
Stop.
And who else, Mo?
Stop.
Who
We're not
else did
doing
they
that.
bring in to shore
We're
up
not
themselves
doing that.
defensively?
Guys,
Who did they grab from the upper echelons?
Kick
Can
him
I
out.
say something?
Kick him
Can I?
out. Sam,
Jacob actually
Sam,
down bad
Sam,
right now.
kick him out.
I'm
Time-
asking a
time-
question. No one
time
wants
him
to
out
answer.
for 2 minutes.
I
Time
wanna-
Jacob out for 2 minutes. Time
Who
Jacob out,
else did
please. I beg
Bayern
you,
get
time Jacob out
to
for 2
help
minutes.
shore up?
Cootie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. I fucking love Kuti Romero. He's the fucking GOAT, and I hope you know.
Wait, can I make a quick analogy?
Can I-
And
can I
people
talk?
who watch NBA will understand
Can
this.
I
Hassam,
talk?
you know
Let
Thanasis.
him finish,
One
yo.
second.
Can I talk?
You know.
Can I talk?
Wait, sorry.
I
You know
got cut
that.
out because of
One
you,
second.
Jacob.
One
Because of
second.
you.
I just
You're
want to dunk on
speaking
Dyer.
Dyer agenda.
I want to dunk on Dyer once and
Oh
for
my
all.
God, yeah.
You guys know Atatakumpo.
I mean, we're bigger
and
than
his
Bayern,
brother
but they can hold
Thanasis on the Bucks. He's just there because of his
Yes.
brother.
Yes.
That is Dyer for Harry Kane.
Thanasis
Dyer
is the
is
worst
there.
player in the whole NBA, if you don't know. by the
Mo,
way.
there's a player, basically, just explain to you since you don't watch NBA. There's a player who's an MVP on a team, okay? He's very good, one of the best in the
Yeah.
world. His brother is probably the
It's a
worst
Greek freak.
basketball player ever.
Mm.
But he's there
No, he's a
in the
hustler.
team. No, stop.
He's not the worst
He's,
ever.
he's the
Isn't
worst
that the
NBA
Greek
player
guy?
ever.
The Greek guy?
The Narcissus ain't that
He's
bad.
there.
The
He's
Narcissus
bro,
ain't
he's
that bad.
I
almost
said you're the
equal
worst
that.
and your brother's the
Don't
best.
ask him.
That is so
Don't
crazy,
ask him
He's
to
bro.
only
shoot.
there.
Don't ask him.
Guys.
But he's a body out
Let
there.
me
He can
finish,
hustle.
bro. I just want to explain to Mo. He sucks. But the only reason they never trade him off the team is because his brother is the star, and they just want to keep him happy. That is Dyer going to Bayern Munich. He's just there to keep Kane happy. This is why Trippier is gonna go next.
Plus-
This is why hopefully, hey, listen, if they want Maguire can go next. They can have all the Englishmen in Bayern to support Kane all they want. But let's not have any conversation about
Yeah,
Dyer.
relax.
You hate him.
Where's the Thanasis
Thanasis is
prop,
an
bro?
NBA champion, so that muds your entire argument.
Why you did Thanasis prop, bro? What's
Let me
going
just
on? What
say-
you doing
Long
here,
story
bro?
short,
Hey,
I haven't even
Shout out to
done-
Antetokounmpo
I'm
family.
not waiting for the tackle.
Oh,
Anyway, can I talk for fuck's
Can
sake?
I
Can I
just
fucking talk?
I say one thing, please.
Yes, Mo. The floor is yours. Dunk on them. Go ahead.
I was just asking him to add to the
See the
list.
super chat? It's exactly that. No one wants Upamecano. Everyone in the French team knows that
That's
Upamecano
the one
isn't
you're
good
talking
enough.
about?
Habibi, it doesn't matter
Is
what
it
he does
good
in
enough?
Bayern Munich, man.
Huh?
Habibi, he's
do you-
performing for France. He in the World Cup, he
Okay.
was one of the best
just to
defenders in the
dismantle, just to
final.
dismantle everybody's thing about national teams. Everyone here knows that national team coaches have their favors. They
Facts.
played Giroud over freaking Benzema, and he invented a problem with Benzema not to play him.
And Giroud
We know
performed.
that, people.
And
What do you
Giroud
guys-
performed.
like Harry Maguire plays for England. Should I say, yeah, see, Harry Maguire is very good. He
No,
plays for England.
What you're talking about who's going to start for France and Upamecano.
No,
Dyer
no,
also
no.
plays
I
for
am
England,
responding.
by the
I
way.
don't care who fucking starts for France. I'm not French, and I don't support the
That's
French.
what they're
national
talking
team.
about. They're saying
I am
that
responding to
Saliba.
Hamza. No. See, I'm responding to Hamza, who said
No.
that Saliba isn't good enough like Konate or Upamecano. That's a stinking agenda.
No,
Because
it's not.
Saliba
No, it's
is
not.
better than Konate.
Let me
Konate has done Konate since
There
Konate
you
went
are.
to Bayern Munich.
There you
They're gone worse. They
No,
haven't won
bro.
the Champions League. Their
You mean
defense is much
Upamecano?
worse. Yeah, Upamecano. Their
What?
defense is much worse. Upamecano, right? So for you to sit here,
زعم وزعم.
Okay,
talk to me.
let me
Oh my
defend
God.
that.
لا, he's defend that. Go ahead.
Okay, let me defend that.
I'm eating lips.
Who was the best team in Europe last season?
مو كان الشيء
Who were favorites to win the
هو
Champions
الشيء
League?
مو
Manchester
Man
City.
City. Who was the season before that to win the Champions League? Manchester City. Why is that? They expected, the whole of Europe expected them. They were the best team. Yeah. So for them to have dunked on Bayern
Kunafa.
Munich 4-1.
Kunafa.
Is it, no, 1 second. Is it a surprise? No. Is it about
Kunafa ولا
no?
Konate.
The same Man City thrashed the
Oh
hell
my
out of Real
God.
Madrid that beat Liverpool. Does that mean Upamecano is a bad defender? No. It's just the whole Bayern ain't that great compared to Man City. And let me go back to this. The reason why
Kunafa, I didn't get the point.
No, one second. Let me say why. Mo, I'll try and convince you why.
I am very direct.
Mo, 1 second.
It's tough direct, bro.
برو خذ في حقرك واجري. That's his analogy. خذ في حقرك واجري.
Mo, let me just say one thing. The reason why Saliba,
I love you, Hamza, you know
this
that.
is deep. This is what my analogy is deep.
Yes,
I'll
deep.
tell you why.
It is deep.
I have seen players.
Very, very.
I will only judge you when you go to a great team. I'll judge you. Saliba has not played for Real Madrid. I have seen Cesc Fabregas leaving Arsenal as a legend.
I'm gonna leave this to
Becoming
Saad.
Obama Barca.
Not me.
I have seen Alexander Song was a great.
I really don't understand where
Barcelona
Manchester
become a-
City.
I have seen
Okay, Hamza, hold on.
Shay Ahmed,
Where
yeah.
do you hold on, Hamza? Where do you have the right? Where do you
والله
have
one
the
at a time.
cheek?
والله one at a
Where
time.
do you have
والله
the
one at a
cheek?
time.
1 second.
Where
Wallahi.
Hamza, no, because you're just chatting out your rear,
This is
bro.
a fact.
You're chatting out your rear, bro.
Bro, when you're playing for a great
Where
team,
does he have the cheek
then
when
difference.
his titles are
Wallahi, one
about
at a
to be
time.
stripped? When his titles are about to be stripped due to fraudulence and crime, and this guy wants to come to me and say he
No,
hasn't
I'm just-
played for a great club yet. So if he
Yes.
played for Manchester City, are they a great club?
because the pressure is different.
Fuck off.
Listen, let me give you an
Oh,
example.
what are we doing here,
Okay,
bro?
let me give you an example.
ولا تساعد
Let me
عيب.
give you an example.
14
Konate has
bro.
played in the
That's the number
Champions
of
League
tests.
final. I have seen this guy played great against Benzema. I've seen in my eyes. I give
Yes,
him credit.
we haven't. Okay.
شاي احمد sponsor.
That's-
شاي احمد.
so-
شاي احمد
So,
sponsor.
Hamza, that's fine. So I would say to you, rephrase what you said. Don't say he hasn't gone to a great club.
That's
Say
not-
he hasn't played at the top level yet.
Okay,
Because
one
that is the
second.
truth.
No,
That is
but-
the truth. He hasn't played at the top level, the Champions League, gone into the semis,
Okay.
gone
When-
into the
That's
last
because
stage
of the club he's at.
played
He's
in
got-
that
He's got to leave though.
big
That's
level.
what Hamza's point.
Now he's
Hamza's
when
Hamza's
Cesc
point is
Fabregas-
for him to.
Ziad, what the fuck are you chatting, bro? Why are you chatting right now? Wallahi,
والله
How
وانا
good was
والله
Cesc
وانا
at Barcelona?
والله وانا
How good was Cesc at Barcelona?
Stuff.
La ilaha illallah. Why do you keep on going back to Cesc
No, but I'm
Fabregas
just
and
saying to you.
Barcelona?
حبيبي
No, but I'm just telling you.
حبيبي ونن
Sometimes
عيني
when you go and
حبيبي
play-
ونن
Bro,
عيني يا
this guy keeps on going back to Cesc
Sometimes
Fabregas and Barcelona for what reason? Listen,
No,
if
because
he's
it's
if he's at the top, okay. So khalas, is he
That
gonna go
is
to
just
if he
me.
goes to Real Madrid? You're gonna rate him, yeah? As soon
I
as
want to
he-
see him perform at Real Madrid.
بدلني مع سعد
Bro.
انا مش عايز اقعد في الخناقه دي حطهم جنب بعض
This is-
Bro, Hamza's listen. What Hamza's trying to
بدلني
say
مع سعد
is that Saliba. 1 second, Staffy. Saliba has got to consistently perform at the highest level, and for him to do that, he's got to move
So
club.
why doesn't
No,
he have
he
the
doesn't.
same aggressive?
No, he
Ziad,
doesn't.
wait, Sad. Ziad, why doesn't he have the
Ziad, point.
some bad
What do you say, Hussam?
صوتك بيقطع
Perform at the top level. You cannot say. Come on.
I
man.
couldn't hear you. I didn't hear what you said.
You're saying he has to move club just to perform at the
Are
highest
Arsenal
level.
ever gonna reach the highest levels of Champions League, quarter-final, semi-final consistently?
You don't know that. You don't know that.
They're not. That's
don't
facts,
know
man.
that.
They're
No,
not.
No,
this
it's
guy-
not.
This
They're
guy,
not, bro.
this
That's
guy
Hamza's
is-
point,
This guy
Habibi.
does not
لا، لا،
know,
واحدة.
bro. He
Stop,
really
stop.
does not know, bro.
I have
He really
seen.
does not know, bro.
I
He's just
will
chatting out
only
his ears.
rate. Listen, I have seen Upamecano do it at top level. At
ما
top
شاي
level.
احمد يعني عم
Yeah.
اديب زعلان ليه؟
Yeah, I have seen Rio do it at top level. I have seen VVD. That's why whenever they don't perform well, I don't come for them. I laugh for them, but I know their class. Saliba's performed well for Arsenal, but only last season was 6 months. This season only 3 months. You want him to take over a guy who's carried France, Upamecano and Konate, who've been playing well for France. When Saliba's played for France, they didn't play well for 2 games.
Upamecano,
Who actually chooses?
between Upamecano and Saliba, if you look at them on a skill basis and how they read the game as defenders, Saliba is better than him. It's as simple as that.
Not
It is
according to
as
a World
simple
Cup
as
manager.
that.
but-
Oh, forget about
No.
the fucking World Cup
World Cup
manager,
winner.
bro.
World Cup
Bro,
winner. He's a
listen,
World Cup winner.
listen, Didier Deschamps, and Mo brought up a very good point. He played Giroud instead of Karim Benzema, bro.
No.
Karim
Giroud
Benzema.
performed, yeah,
So,
Habibi.
so
Giroud
how
performed.
can he do
Respect
that?
Giroud.
How can he do that? And
This is
we're
waffle,
really
man.
sitting here. No,
But
no,
there
I
was a
respect
fallout
Giroud.
with
I respect
Benzema
Giroud.
and him,
But
wasn't there? There was like outside
all fallacies, bro.
problems,
It's
not
all
just.
it's all
حبيبي
fakery.
هادي والله انا
It's
حاسس
all
ان عارف
fakery.
الحاره معاك
But listen, this is where it is,
I
bro.
want to ask one question.
He's the better
Hamza,
player.
and
He's the
move on.
better player, and you lot are really trying to be biased for no reason, bro.
No,
And
no,
this,
no. I'm
like,
gonna ask
He's
Hamza
better
one
than
question.
Gotta
you.
hold
You have
that,
to be
Saad. Sorry.
Hussein,
Great.
can I ask
I
Hamza one
expected
question?
I expected
Booty
from
cheeks,
Jacob,
bro.
but
I'm not
These
gonna talk.
lot-
I want to ask Hamza
Oh,
one
from
question.
me, huh?
Jacob,
you love
speak-
Romero. What do I
Yeah, sorry,
expect?
sorry.
guys. Hamza, why don't you have the same energy for Konate, who's come to Liverpool for the third season and hasn't played more than 20 games a season for Liverpool, and he's trying to find his feet. He's injured, not injured, but he has been his place, even when he was fit, sometimes taken by Matip, who is my grandpa's age.
There
Why
you
don't
are.
you have the same energy? Sorry, Konate is a good player, but he has it. But the difference between Konate and Saliba is nothing other than preference in the French national team. But for the league,
Yes, passing and availability. I think those are
yes,
different.
Hussam, my
No,
point is,
but
I'm not
I've
saying
broken
any.
it down
Hussam, let me
logically.
finish. I'm not saying both are good. Both are good players, right? They're different players, as you said. But he wants to put Konate on a higher level than Saliba with no
Yes.
basis. What is the
Do,
basis?
do, do we all agree here, other than Hamza, on a real, do we all agree that Konate and Saliba both are above Upamecano? If you
Yeah,
agree with
I
that,
do, I do.
show me your hand.
I
Do you
right here,
agree?
right
I think
here.
Okay,
Upamecano is a bozo, yeah.
I agree.
Okay,
What
so
stuff do
Staffy
you
and
agree
Ziad.
for?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
don't
it's
like
How
just
do you
Jacob
really
and
think
Hamza.
Upamecano is
But
that bad?
1 second, Mo. You say there's no difference between Konate and Saliba.
So
No.
just
I say
Hamza
Hamza.
and
Let me tell you
Hamza
why,
kept-
Hamza.
Hamza
Yes,
kept
Staffy, Salah,
saying,
and Nabi,
"Ya
Habibi.
akhi, just wait." Hamza kept saying, Konate did this, and Saliba has to do this to put himself with the greats. Well, Konate came to Liverpool, good team. Last season, they had a terrible season, and he didn't play a lot because he's injured the majority of the season. Before, he played only 11 games because he was injured again. This season, he's still finding his feet. So what's the reason Hamza saying Konate is above Saliba in terms of
But Hussam, last in the Champions League last season or whatever since
the
Konate
year
joined.
before, yes. The year
Did he not play
1
in the
year
game?
before? 1 year
Yes, the
before.
quadruple charge season, he was there for
He was
most
the
of
main
it.
center. But last season against Real Madrid, did he not start?
That's a lie. That's a lie. He played 11 games only in the Premier League.
Saliba's not
With a
bad.
combination, Ziad. He played 11 games
What?
in the Premier League. I'm looking at it with a
I
combined minutes of 700 minutes.
Yeah,
which
I remember
equals about
Matip was
9
the
games.
I remember Matip was for the Prem and Konate was the league, the Champions League, sir.
No. He's saying about Champions League. Konate
No,
played
I'm
the
saying Champions
important
League.
games,
He
but
played
was
in
injured
Liverpool's
for a long
biggest games of the season.
If you
In the
are
Champions League
listen,
final,
if you're up there like
Okay, in
Van
the
Dijk,
Champions
if you're
League
up there
final,
like Van Dijk,
our
you play
best
every
player,
game.
and I've said
Ziad.
this previously on streams, our best player
In
was
the
Ibrahim.
Champions League final, I
Habibi,
have seen
Champions
this
League
man.
final, Champions League semi-final, Konate was
I
starting.
see
So that's a
Konate.
massive difference between him and Saliba.
Champions League final.
What are you talking about? It's a massive
Oh, yeah,
difference.
no,
Final,
Ziad.
I have
Oh,
seen
yes.
Benzema.
You
One second.
have to do that,
Benzema
yeah,
was
because
the
you won
most
the
dangerous
Champions League
striker.
final, and
One
that's what
second.
you can brag about. Yes,
No,
Ziad, I
No,
get
no,
it.
but 1 second.
You
I
brag
have
about
seen
players.
Habibi,
winning
Benzema.
the
I'm
Champions League
trolling.
final. I get it,
I'm
bro.
not even trolling.
Yeah.
جيران one at a time والله والله العظيم one at a time. احنا قاعدين في الصف.
Hey, done the yeah.
Yes,
You
of
want to-
course.
Yes.
Oh,
Mo.
shit, bro. No,
Can
I'm
I
not
ask a
being
question?
serious, bro.
Can I ask a question though? Why are we spending 45 minutes talking about Konate
Fuck
versus
no.
Saliba?
Because of Hamza.
No,
Hamza,
because they think Saliba.
Because of freaking Hamza.
Hamza, they just won 5-0, and we're talking about.
No,
Listen,
but he's good,
I have
yeah.
a better one, Hamza.
We
Let's talk
started
about
with
Saka.
Liverpool Aslan.
He started with
4-0.
Liverpool.
Okay, I'd rather spend this time talking about Saka not being on the score sheet or having an
Yes.
assist. I get.
No,
So you guys want to move on to Arsenal?
There
No,
you
we're
are.
not.
There
Why
you are,
would you want
Staffy.
to?
No, you nobody has said anything.
Saad,
about
Saad,
Nobody.
بالك دقيقة, because we have to get some organization. Do you guys want to talk
Nobody.
about Liverpool now, or do you want to move on to Arsenal? Up to you.
I can give my. I missed like 10 minutes because I was doing something, but I feel like there was no objectivity about the game. Anyways, we're just here running agendas. But if we want to be objective at the game and talk about what happened, listen, Liverpool slapped Bournemouth without even trying. They didn't even try to slap them. They had most of the ball. Second half, scored four goals with ease. Very clinical off the counterattack. Wasn't even creating that much. Wasn't even controlling the ball that much. Jota's proving day after day he's one of the most clinical strikers in the league. But because he has Mo Salah in his team, people don't want to talk about it. Jota is by far one of the best one-on-one strikers in the league, and he would start for everyone's team if he wasn't at Liverpool, besides maybe over Haaland, obviously. And listen, Liverpool is unfortunately, they're a serious team for this league this year because they don't have to win. They don't have to play well to win games. And that's the scary part. When you don't have to play good football to win games and you're winning 4-0, that's scary. And that's the reality that we're at right now. And they're 5 points ahead City. And that's a conversation that needs to be had. And listen, Arsenal, listen, I understand you guys just won 5-0, but when I'm seeing Liverpool doing what they're doing, I'd be worried too. As I said, they don't even have to play. They don't have Salah, they don't have Szoboszlai, and they don't have Trent. And they have freaking what's his name? Joe Gomez
Tom
playing.
Little.
Tom Little, yep.
They have Tom
They
Little,
do have
yes,
Tom
but they
Little.
have Joe
Oh,
Gomez
God,
playing.
He's already pocketed one Premier League challenging winger, by the way. A guy who's, I'm sure it's going to get fabricated
And
how good he
Bournemouth,
was and gloss
shame
over
on
the
you.
fact that, he just happened to come on and get a brace in the dead time, but that's okay. Just to make Saad feel a little bit better on a Sunday.
Look at
By the way,
this
Mo,
guy.
what you said today
Bro,
on the
this guy's
terrace,
such a fraud, bro.
what you
You're
said
such
today
a
on the
fraud.
terrace, Mo, was
Still has less than
100%.
Richarlison, by the way. I don't care how much he
Oh,
stat
wow.
pads.
What a fucking
One
trophy,
second.
man. Put in your fucking dusty
What
cabinet.
you-
That's not
That
the
is
point.
so weird,
That's not the
Saad.
point. Yeah, what are you, 12 on Twitter?
Fucking
What are we doing
hell,
here, Saad?
bro.
I thought we were
What's
having an
going on?
adult conversation.
Listen,
Yeah, okay, what do you
Even
want me to
on
do?
the
Sam
terrace,
said that
Mo.
was
I
okay.
clowned them because they have no trophies, bro. Wallahi. In the last
Can we
20
You got
minutes,
new
what they have?
Why do
material,
we
bro. You
always
just
do
read
that?
it your hand. It always says
They
Spurs
have.
have no trophy.
Bro,
Oh, well, here's
I'm
my
gonna draw
material.
the FA
Spurs
Cup,
have no
League
trophies.
One.
Saad,
Look, the
wallahi,
answer's
my
right
mother,
there.
my mother
You
could
would
have said that
the
line.
same
Saad.
conversations.
Spurs didn't win a
Are we
trophy.
gonna
We
talk about
know.
trophies every time? Me and Hassan have the most trophies here, and we never talk about that.
Yeah,
Yalla,
and we
me and
never
Hassan have the
mention
most
it.
trophies. Yalla,
There you
let's
are.
see who can talk
There
to
you
us.
are. You
Yalla, can you talk to us?
Staffy,
Yalla.
Staffy, you know why?
That's
I'll
double
tell you why.
digits.
You know,
Double
me and
digits.
you are like those billionaires
League
who just walk around just wearing regular clothes.
Yeah,
They
because like,
want
bro,
to
I've
show
done
the
that.
whole world they're rich and they're putting
I'm
on
Dana White. Saad is Conor McGregor.
You know why I'm quiet?
I'm Conor McGregor. I'm Floyd Mayweather. He's Conor McGregor.
I, as Liverpool Football Club, won it all in the last 5 years alone. In the last 5 years is equal to Arsenal's whole history. So, like, this is why I don't have to fight. Yeah, you guys fight, no problem. But I'm sat back. I'm good because we
You
have the
guys
most
sit here and fight about trophies that you didn't even witness
No
in your
need,
life.
yeah.
Yalla.
No need,
Yalla.
yeah. No need.
Jacob is gonna flex trophies that he's seen on
Bro,
Wikipedia.
no one,
Actually,
I
speaking of
never
which,
bring up
that his dad
trophies
told him
unless we're
about.
talking
No, no,
Golden Boot,
Jacob can bring up trophies.
Puskas.
Jacob, did you watch the game, the Liverpool Bournemouth game?
Yeah, I did.
Talk to the people. You haven't spoken yet on the game.
Look, I predicted a dub for a reason. Mystic Jacob strikes again. When I'm unbiased, I can be pretty good with my predictions, I think. But of course, I'm going to get the Arsenal prediction wrong because I'm always going to predict their downfall. I don't care what the stars tell me. But look, Darwin Nunez. What is that? What are you showing there, Saad?
That's the difference. That's the difference, bro. I'm Mayweather, bro. I don't have to dress like the guy who won a lot of trophies. Look at Saad, bro. Conor McGregor. Has
Bro,
been
you
his
have
fancy
5
suit,
league
bro.
titles.
Hold that,
You
bro.
have
Hold
5
that,
league
bro. You got no
titles.
Champions Leagues,
You're
bro. Hold that.
Nottingham Forest.
Hold
You're
that,
Nottingham
man.
Forest
You can
people,
keep
you know
flexing your
that?
little shit that you never see, bro. Hold
Oh
that.
my
Cook him,
I'm
bro.
tired of-
Cook him,
tired of
Yakub, bro.
cooking
Cook him,
guys.
Jacob, bro. Cook him, bro.
Wallahi. I leave it to Todd Bowley
Cook
now.
him,
I leave
bro.
it to Todd Bowley.
Hold
Todd
that,
Bowley does.
bro. Hold
Wallahi.
that, man. Hold that, man.
I sit back and watch
Hold that, bro.
رهدوني في الكورة
So,
أنا.
so Ziad and Saad, you guys just gonna disrespect Jacob like that? He ain't spoken in 45 minutes, and you won't even let him summarize the game. That's the level of disrespect that you show.
No, I
our
had to
level
back
of
Jacob real
brother.
quick, man. I had to back him, bro.
Yeah, let Jacob
No,
speak.
look, Darwin Nunez is, I think, a player that's gone underappreciated by the Liverpool fans and rival fans, because I think that, look, when he came from Benfica, there was a lot of expectations and pressure, and I think through all competitions, he has like 21 goal contributions, GA or whatever you want to call it. Like, the man is helping in the absence of Mo Salah. With Mo Salah off the bench, he won them a game, I think, against Newcastle earlier it was. This is a guy that, I mean, the price tag will obviously bring unwarranted expectations, but he didn't choose that price tag. Neither did Richarlison, Anthony, Mudryk, the
There you
likes of
are.
them all. They didn't ask. Yeah, there you are, Staffy. They didn't ask to be sold for that amount, but look, they played a good game that garnered that much money from the club that bought them. And at a certain point, there is a level of expectations they need to live up to. And I thought that this is a year for Darwin Nunez, looking at it as someone I admired him at Benfica. I would have liked him to come to Spurs. Watching him go to Liverpool and struggle, I was actually like, oh, maybe maybe they're right to not trust my talent ID. But at the end of the day, I think you give this kid time, and he's showing that he can supplement. And whenever you're, I don't know. You don't have Mohamed Salah, that's a world-class winger, and the defense will always gravitate to game plan against that, right? And that'll naturally leave whoever out here is a little bit more space. Darwin Nunez, if it's Luis Diaz or Diogo Jota, whoever. I think that without him, now they can focus on all the attackers. And where he seemed to me, again, I was casually watching him, but he looked like he was popping up everywhere. I saw him on the right-hand side. I saw him on the left-hand side. He was winning the ball back. He had some really good key passes, I thought. And again, speaking of key passes, Diogo Jota, this is a guy that has been quality. He's nothing but a goal scorer. He is a goal-scoring machine. Doesn't matter when, where, what the angle is. Diogo Jota can get it done, and I've rated him very highly. Obviously coming from Wolves, I don't think the expectations were going to be through the roof, but he really hit the ground running in his first season, and I know he's had a lot of injuries here and there, but when he's healthy, Diogo Jota can actually be really nice. So, look, I think that this is what a deep squad, a title contending squad has to do when you're missing your key players. Your best players are gone, whether it be through injury, suspension, or competition. This is when those guys have to step up. This is Darwin Nunez' second season. He has to be doing what he's doing, or else it is time to really have a conversation there. Diogo Jota has always done what he's been doing, so that's not surprising. I just think, when you take Mohamed Salah away, that almost lets the rest of the forwards be a little bit more creative. And, I was impressed. I thought Bournemouth are not an easy side. I know Vitality Stadium's not this place you fear and tremble because they got wallpaper all over their stadium. It's kind of weird. It's like a child's playroom, but that's neither here nor there. I think y'all did a good job. I was much impressed. Missing Salah. Trent Alexander-Arnold wasn't there, but Tom Little shot him out every single time. He's absolutely showing that he can play in the Premier League. And I think I admire that from a Spurs perspective, because we are just now starting to do this thing where we will look at kids and not loan out all the kids and loan some kids out. And, when the kids don't get loaned out, you wonder, is it a problem on them, or is it maybe the manager sees something in them? Clearly, whatever that was that Klopp had with Bradley, and then there was another kid the week, Kwanzaa, I can't remember his name. There's a bunch of kids, and when I look at your bench as well, I was watching a little bit of your watch long in the first 5 minutes of the game, and you were talking about the bench, and half those names who the hell's that guy? So when you have a mix of who the hell's this guy plus guys who have added responsibility and expectations, and you're able to get a result, a convincing result, then you know what? I think that just speaks to Klopp's general ability to manage a club at the highest level.
100%. I appreciate it. See the Jacob summary, better than all of you guys' agendas. والله best thing. Him and Staffy actually.
There you go.
See, Staffy انت ما بتصبر. ما عندك صبر على رزق.
You said
مع الصابرين. ربنا قال لك
corrected yourself.
الله مع الصابرين. Zero صبر directly. بنط. Jacob and Staffy actually spoke football. See, no, Konate, Saliba has to leave Arsenal, bruv. This fraud at the
But
bottom.
Saliba is ass. Konate's better.
Speaking of fraud,
Todibo's better.
Don't include me in that then. Don't include me in that.
No, you because you know why? Because you brought yourself down to Ziad level. Anyway, big up to football. After I read the super chats, my spies have been telling me that Hamza's been talking shit about Mo Salah on Twitter. And I'm not on Twitter to defend him. So now I will be defending him on this YouTube. So I want to ask him.
We can't move on to that. I need to talk about me taking his chief.
لا احنا حنحكي خلينا بس انا منظم الامور تخافش انا جاهز. Big up football capo says big up Mo and Saad. Pleasure mixing it up with you both. I think I saw you yesterday.
Big up Capo, man. Big up Capo, man.
Because the guy on the Collins show. Big up.
I watched some of that Collins show, Mo. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was a good Collins show.
I thought Saad was bad. Oh my goodness.
There you are. Staffy, Judge Mo, Saad, y'all got Darweezed. 100%. If you're like me, you believed in Darwin from the start. You know.
Why did I
What?
do that?
You?
Such a fraud.
Wait, didn't you
Take a
hate
joke.
Darwin Nunez? Was that Mike
Yeah, take a
Dawson?
joke, yeah. Big up, guys. Hamza, JW, above City on the
Chelsea.
table.
Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea's women, I think he means. Doesn't
women.
Chelsea have like the best women's team in the
Of
whole
course,
thing? And they won Champions League?
100%.
Y'all, since everyone's doing that, I have the best under
We
18
win
in the
everything.
country.
Habibi,
Y'all,
Chelsea women
let's talk
beat
about everything but the
Chelsea
Premier
women's
League.
beat
Y'all,
United women's today.
We have the
Hold
best
that, bro.
U21s.
Hold that, bro.
Tottenham
Hold
have
that,
the
Lauren
league
James
U21s.
plays more
Stay
than
there.
Reece
Never
James.
come
Hold
back.
Yalla.
that,
Let's
bro.
talk about
Lauren
everything.
James owns you, bro. Lauren James
Hey,
left
best
the shit club, bro.
U21.
Hold that, bro.
I
Alex
feel like
Morgan played for Spurs for about 6 months. That was nice.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
Ziad on his wedding day will talk about Chelsea.
What
to his
is
wife.
this? Like,
What
what is the
is
point
that?
of this?
That is the future of France.
Yeah, I mean, he
Okay,
can't even
what does
stay
that have
healthy.
to
He
do with
has
you?
2
Bro.
ACLs in each game.
Hamza,
Walks
Hamza.
ACL done. Bang. He's done. Bro,
The
just
future
one
of
step.
France. The future of
La
France.
ilaha
Bro.
illallah, this guy's
Meshi,
saying
meshi,
future of
yalla, but
France.
Why are you mad, Saad, bro? Saliba's in there. Calm down,
Yes,
bro.
but
Why are you
man,
mad, bro?
no,
Why are you mad, bro? Saliba's in there, bro. Calm down. Saliba's in the picture, Habibi.
Fofana is disrespectful, though. He can't stay fit.
Oh my god.
You're putting him on top of Konate.
Bro,
Man,
the way
Saliba is
Ziad
dead,
loves to
Habibi.
talk about Chelsea, I feel like Ziad
Yeah,
goes on
on his
dates.
wedding night, he will talk to his wife about Chelsea.
Yeah.
Bro, he goes on a date. The girl tells him, "Tell me about yourself." He's like, "No, forget me. Let's talk about Enzo." She's gonna be like, "Tell me about yourself." He's like, "No. Let's talk about
Hey.
Enzo. Did you see Enzo today?"
The honeymoon suite, and he's gonna be like,
Wallah, I show a picture, you don't lose your mind.
You know, in 2012
Sure.
when Pogba scored that goal in the last minute.
هيلبس التشيلسي جيرزي بتاعه في فرحه والله ما شفتش كده.
أكيد أكيد.
والله العظيم ما شفت
Oh, you
كده.
remember the suit Jose
Big up
Mourinho
to
used to
you,
wear?
Mina. Big up to Hatsuni who says, I live in Germany, especially in Munich, and no one wants Upamecano. Stop this agenda, wallahi, Hamza. You know what it is? I'll be honest with you. I think both Saliba and Konate are better than Upamecano. Upamecano, for me, is one of the most overrated players in world football, and he's a massive bozo.
Who does Hatsuni so support?
Oh,
If he lives in Germany, I want to know.
I have no
Eric
idea.
Dyer FC, probably.
I want to know this.
If I hear Dyer
Big up to
one more-
Total Eclipse. It says Konate, Van de Ven, Saliba, and just call Barbie doll, Staffy, Mo, Ziad, as unbiased as you can be, who has no horse in the race. Please rank them in order. So he has asked Staffy, Mo, and Ziad to rank them in order. Staffy, you start in order of the Super Chat.
Oh,
Who's Bobby?
City.
who's Bobby?
Josko
Gvardiol.
Vardiol.
What the hell?
He wants me to rate those 4 in order.
Yes, rank the 4 in the
I
thing.
thought you were talking about the title race.
Yeah, so you and then Mo and then Ziad rank them 4, basically.
Staffy,
Saliba
don't,
and-
please don't rank them based on what they have done. Rank them. Who would you start in your team today?
Well,
If
I
you
have to
an
rate them
option.
based on what they do. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
just rate them
Of
based
course, you're
on-
gonna watch them play, but like
not trophies.
exactly, not trophies and stuff.
I put Konate and Saliba joint first. I'm really starting to like
Man, you have
Konate
to
more
choose,
and more.
Staffy. Wallah, we have to respect the clips. This guy, like, you have to choose one. You know,
You can let Van de Ven be the tiebreaker and let
I
Van de Ven
like
go
I like
first.
I like
and-
Konate a little bit more than Saliba.
Jacob, sit on the floor.
Just because he's a little bit more old school. I like a defender that can defend. So I'll put Konate first, Saliba just second because I had to split him. And then
Hold that, Saliba.
You know what it is? Gavardio. Wallah,
Hold
this
two,
guy,
Saad,
bro.
hold that, you fraud.
This guy looks lost in the Premier League. I'm sorry. Because he plays for City, people don't talk about him. He's actually been so bad this year. So I'm gonna say Van de Ven and then Gavardio. But I think Gavardio has a high ceiling. He just needs to. I think maybe we'll
He
talk
got
about
thrown
him
into the deep end of the
As of
pool.
right now, Barbados shouldn't even be there. I'll put Evans ahead of him, wallah, based on what he did this season. And I'm not even
Mo
joking.
and then Ziad, same question. Rank them.
Okay, so if I'm gonna start a player from them tomorrow, this is how I'm ranking them: Saliba, Van de
Van de
Ven,
Ven.
Konate, and then just Gavardio. This is
Ziad?
my unbiased opinion.
Listen, bruv. I don't stuff you talk about what Gavardio's done for City. I want to tell you what I've seen of Gavardio. So I'm putting Konate or Saliba, Gavardio, then Van de Ven.
No way
Fair?
Gavardio's had a better season.
I'm going Van de Ven.
Gavardio is a
I
solid,
know
amazing
a Total
centre-back, bro.
Eclipse. Total
He's an
Eclipse
amazing
didn't
centre-back,
ask,
bro.
but guess what? You're gonna get some. All right, Total Eclipse. My order: Van de Ven every single time. Day
Romero,
of the week.
Ben Davis.
Romero. Kuti, can't you see? And then I go Konate, Barbie doll, and then Saliba. What? I mean,
Bro,
these guys
respect
play for their
Gavadio, man.
national
What's
I
wrong
mean,
with
this
you?
is not American waffle.
Respect
You know,
Gavadio,
this is
man.
not American waffle. You don't have to waffle here.
Staffy.
Go make me
Staffy.
send the waffle.
Hey,
Wallahi, I will
I'm
send
respecting
Hussein
super
the
chatters.
ice
Sorry, they said
The
I
fact
only
that
wanted ice cream.
Romero-
I say here's some
The
whipped
fact
cream
that
and a
Romero
cherry.
wasn't
My
included in
fault.
that list.
My
tells
fault
you everything
for
you need to
helping.
know. The fact that Romero isn't included in that list tells you
A
everything
goody
you need to know about him.
can't you
Hey,
see?
goody,
He's
goody,
better than
goody,
all of them
can't
because
you
he's clear of every
see?
single one. That's why. Hold that, Saad. You
The
froze.
guy's useless, man. The
This
guy's useless,
show
bro.
is turning to be one of the most unorganized shows on YouTube.
Oh, Allah Lazim.
It's ridiculous.
Give me
But
shisha, Allah,
Alhamdulillah, guys, 900 people watching. Hit that like button for the entertainment.
Like and
You guys
subscribe,
are getting
yeah.
it for free. It's an free entertainment right here. So like the freaking video, people. The like button, because people don't
100%.
know underneath your live chat. Close the live chat, hit the like button, and come back and chat with us. Because this is free
حبيت
entertainment.
الطريقة
You
اللي
won't get
حكيتها
this
فيها
anywhere.
معلم.
You won't get this
Give me
anywhere.
cooties in the chat.
Someone go check if Hamza's in a space, by the way.
Hamza, yeah,
He's
someone
definitely
check
in
if
a
Hamza's
space.
in a space, please. Whoever here has Twitter, check if Hamza's in a space right now because Hassouni actually sent me a video of Hamza that he wanted me to play. Big up to
Hey,
Adrian who
MP,
says,
you're
"Rise
holding
up."
yourself back. Quit being a loser. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps, you damn chum. You're a chum.
Jacob is not pulling Americans back. Jacob does not represent all of America.
Yeah, bro, acts like one dude in the west farthest part of Texas can have some say over
How do you
Americans.
guys
Hold
know
that.
this?
Don't use me as an
Staffy
excuse for
said
you
he
being a
does not-
fucking loser.
He does not represent Americans.
No,
No, I'm
actually
saying don't
defending
use
him,
one
like-
person as an excuse for you being a fucking loser, MP. So get better at life. Sorry, Hussein. Continue the
my
story.
God.
Every week you guys fight the free seats. Every week it's someone. Anyway, big up to Adrian who says, "Rise up, Nunez sexuals." Big up. Big up to him again who says, "Like I said on the other stream, Tom Little has."
Hey,
God.
Staffy,
Hey,
send him the clips. Send him the clips.
Whoa, whoa,
I mean,
whoa.
I don't think this is a whoa. I mean, if Tom Little is spreading his DNA, it means my boy is bagging. So good for you, Tom
No,
Little.
no,
But I think he's quite too young.
لا حول ولا
to-
قوة
to-
إلا
to say that.
بالله. شو هالكلام يا ستافي؟
I don't know, bro. That's the super chat. I didn't say nothing. هو ايه خلاص Tom Little اسلم يعني ما يعمل اللي يعمله انا مالي بيه.
Big up to Zach who says Nunez more goals than Vili, Nelly, Saka, and Doku, etc. Factually, he does have more goals than them, so I guess that's just a
Bro,
nice
Doku had like
statistic.
4 games and disappeared, bro. What happened to that guy, bro?
Big up to you, Jack. Big up to you. Big up
Baby
to
Doku.
my guy SE who says big up Mo and the rest. Loved the call-in show. Oh yeah, that's SE as well from yesterday. That is SE from yesterday.
Yes,
Big up to you.
remember the face. He said, "Remember the face when you see the super chat, Hassan." He literally
Yes.
sent you a message.
He told me yesterday, remember the face when I send the super chat. I remember
Yes.
it. Big up to you. Okay? Big up to Red Lion Torang who says Ziad will ask Boli to pay for the bill when he goes on a date. No.
Listen, Red Lion, bro. Don't get jealous
Ziad-
because Bowley doesn't invite you, bro.
Yeah, I want to ask you a genuine question. Do you
Listen,
watch
don't get
any
jealous
team
just
other
'cause
than
Bowley,
Liverpool-
bro.
other than Chelsea, Ziad? Honestly.
Bowling
What
with
do you say?
Bowley. That's got a
Do
nice
you
ring
watch
to it.
any other football than Chelsea?
Of course, but I don't give a shit about them.
But-
I'm not going to sit here and gas up Liverpool. Fuck Liverpool. And Man United. Fuck Man United. خليك على الموت يا Staffy. You're on mute, bro.
This
Hold
guy,
that,
by
bro.
the way, since he
Hold
opened the
that,
channel,
bro.
he's getting more comfortable and comfortable. And I
عمل
told you guys,
قناة is
Creating a
in-
village.
I watch all of them.
within coup-
But I don't
within
want to sit.
couple of months-
I don't
within
care
couple
about
of months, we
Liverpool.
won't
I
be
don't
able
care
to
about
speak to this
Arsenal.
guy.
All I know is that.
people.
So-
Couple of months, we're not speaking. We're not going to be able to speak to this guy.
Why? Why
والله
not,
العظيم
bro?
سكت.
Listen, you want to be objective, we can be objectives, but be objective in front of these guys. I was a billah, bro. They'll eat you. They'll kill you, bro. Mo, you know very well.
That's why I
You know
put
very
Van
well,
Veen at the
bro.
top of my list. I had
That's
to
what-
be
this
objective.
is what Jacob. You have to be shameless because otherwise they'll eat you alive, bro.
Guys,
كرهتوني
can I
في الرياضة اللي
just finish
بحبها.
because I want to ask Hamza about Salah. Ziad will ask Boli to pay for the bill when he goes on a date. I think it's going to be worse than this. She'll ask him, like, what are your hobbies? And then he'll do
Don't
a
get
monologue.
jealous because you don't have a billionaire on your date.
Big up to
bro.
Red Lion Tiranga. Big up on Hassouni. He says, shame on you, Hussam. You don't know who I support. No, I know who you support, but sometimes I play 4D chess. That's your problem. You don't realize that I play 4D chess. Also, Hassouni sent me a Hamza video he wanted me to play.
What was I
What
just
was
watching?
that?
What was that?
They pushed Hamza. They
Out of
pushed
the boat.
Hamza into the water. You get me?
Hey, come.
حسوني حسوني
Oh,
حسوني.
what are you doing today? Like, hey, listen, oh my God. Listen, I had to survive there, man. Yo, I was brought up in Africa. Wherever there's a river, there could be alligators. So I have to forget this. Yo, I ain't going down. I was in Croatia.
You were brought up in Africa. I thought you're Brazilian.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Oh,
I grew up in Brazil, man. But I
Full
grew up
come
in
full
Africa.
circle.
There you are.
But yo, man, why are you doing me dirty, man? They did me dirty like that, man. People already tweeting that, oh yeah, when Hamza's going to be thrown in the championship with the FA. Yeah. Hey,
Say, speaking of doing me dirty, man made a Christian Romero cut. He's like Hammer's training order. Don't come near me, Jacob.
Oh my God.
Yo, I love the creativity of people in the chat.
You know,
That's most burner. That's most burner.
I'm gonna save everyone the time, but I would sing a song about how true love can never be stopped, no matter how hard you try. But we'll move on. Next super chat.
Big up. Just
Yeah, I was-
Swindon, big up. Jacob Kuti, Bayern win no trophies. It's safe to announce the curse of Kane is official and dangerous. Stay safe. Yes. If Bayern Munich do not win a trophy this season, then Kane is just a serial
Can you
loser.
imagine? I said this in a few Spurs chats. That watch, if Hollywood wrote the script on this, we're gonna win the FA Cup, all right, and then Bayern are gonna win nothing, and then everyone's gonna say, "Oh, it's Harry Kane, it's Eric Dyer." And
No,
you know
talk
what,
about the
curse will be
fraud,
lifted.
Thomas Tuchel. Let's talk about Tuchel.
Yo,
Thomas
yo,
Tuchel can
respect
hold
yourself.
that. Hey, some say he
yourself.
ain't been the same
Respect
since he
yourself,
shaked hands with
Staffy.
Antonio
Respect
Conte.
yourself.
Yeah, I'm not
Respect
respecting.
Remember
Respect
our
yourself,
conversation
Habib.
Mo, about
هقول له
Tuchel?
ايه حاجه على تشيلسي تقول له respect yourself.
Respect. Yeah, Thomas Tuchel. Respect yourself.
Fuck Thomas
Yeah,
Tuchel. He has
but
no
he
idea. He
respects
has no
himself,
style
bro.
of play. He's
That guy's a
absolutely
bum,
just a
bro.
lucky.
Maybe he came to Chelsea and shut down the league. Yeah, shut down Europe. He shut down Europe. Habibi, he came to Chelsea
Yeah, but he ain't been
without his
the
players and
same.
shut down Europe. Respect
He
yourself.
ain't been the same
Respect
since.
yourself.
Passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression, there is no fucking mindset in this football club. Nothing is there. What the hell is there in this football?
Tell that guy to shut up, man.
Are you done, زياد؟ بصير نكمل
We
السوبر
done.
شاتين عشان
كمل
نغير
يا
نفسي
حبيبي.
نتكلم كلمة كورة
كل
بجد.
ما حدا
Don't-
ما
don't
في
say
كل ما
Tuchel.
يتنفس تشيلسي
Don't say it. لا, you can't. You're not allowed. مستحيل.
بجد
يوم
قديم.
اسود يوم قلت لك لا تسبيك زياد
ممنوع.
It's
ممنوع.
ridiculous, people.
ممنوع
We
يا
can't even
مو.
say a word, bro.
ممنوع يا مو.
والله كان يوم اسود ومنايل وانا said let's make him a regular.
No.
ما هنستاهل ضرب الجزمة.
No, he's good. That is true. All of us who came up with this idea, we need to get slapped. Big up to the Ahwa team. Awesome panel on point. Thank you, Habibi. Man like Mr. Khan in the building. Big up to Stephen Zoso, who says, big up Hassam Fraud. Staffy glazes Sandro so much, thought he was going to become a Bayern Munich fan. United are a disgrace. Always praying for Arsenal's downfall, says Steve.
Have some respect for yourself and don't say Glazes sent you, bro. Have some self-respect, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Staffy's glazers out. Big up to you, Stephen. Thank you for the super
No,
chat,
he said
Habibi.
Staffy Glazes Sancho so much he was gonna become.
يعني
a
أنا
BB.
طلعت منها. أنا طلعت
Oh,
منها
shit, no,
وطلعتك منها
Steven
بطريقة
Zoso, look,
ذكية.
Steven Zoso, go speak to your father. Your father didn't raise you up.
يا لطيف يا لطيف.
I won't
Big up,
let
Steve.
you
Big up, Steve.
go.
Big up to you guys. Listen, make sure you guys are slapping the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribing right now. Hit the like button, subscribe. All the super chatters are going to get a massive shout out at the end. Hamza, my spies have reached out to me, Habibi. And they telling me that you've been talking bad about Mo Salah, even though you come up here when you're on my stream and you say, I respect Mo Salah and I'll never cook Mo Salah and Mo Salah's elite and all this. Well, what happened, Hamza? Why are you cooking Salah for?
Listen, Salah's world class. I've said it world class so many times. I respect the guy, no matter what he has done in the Premier League. Yes, but internationally, I think he's failed. That's my opinion, and that's my opinion. A lot of people from Africa, and they'll never accept him. I'll be honest, as the GOAT of Africa. We want to give him that status. We love him so much because what he's done for like in terms of as an Egyptian in Liverpool, he's absolutely a top talent. But I expect the same passion. I expect the same way he plays for Liverpool. But you guys protect him. Mo protects him. You protect him. Everyone here protects him. And no one's going to call him out. Everyone refuses to call him out. Why? Why? Because it's Salah. This is a problem. Yeah, we have to call a spade a spade. If he's not doing for a lot of people like myself, like really, a lot of people like myself, like everyone's talking about this. We wanted him to win this war, the AFCON. He has to win it. He has to win it. He's the captain of Egypt. Stop blaming everyone else. Zambia has won it without great players. Mane had to win it. He cried when he lost the final first time. He cried. He couldn't believe it. He said, I have to win. I have to win. They told him, we will never accept until you win it. And when I see Salah not winning it for his country, I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen when he retires. I promise you. You guys are not seeing what's going to happen. And no matter what you say, we love him. He's the elite player. He's world class. 100% of Sam. He's world class. In the Premier League, what he's done for Liverpool, outstanding. He carries Liverpool. He caused problems at everyone in the Premier League. Will he be one of the greatest players in the Premier League? Yes, fact. And anyone who doesn't call him world class is a liar because he's world class. But we're saying enough is enough. Enough is enough. We want him to do well. I really want him to do well.
Hamza, with all due respect, he's elite.
Wait. No. I'm going to respond. There's no respect here.
I believe, yeah, he is not. Egypt are playing better. When he came off the pitch, I thought, okay, he's injured. Yeah, his injury might take 2 weeks, but now he's coming to Liverpool. I'm thinking, hold on, you're the captain of Egypt. Why are you flying to? Unless he's flying for medical treatment and he's going back afterwards. But I'm thinking, hold on, the country needs you. Like, this is the most important time. If I'm an Egyptian player and I'm Mo Salah, I am staying. I am staying to support my boys. I am staying as a captain. I am not betraying my country. I will not leave my country. I will not. I'll fight. I'll say, yo, I am sitting there. I'm motivating them. Ask everyone who's not a Liverpool fan. I am sitting there and I'm going to motivate my guys. I'll be there in the pitch, standing there to say, I'm here at least. I'm your captain. But he's gone. That's why everyone's shocked. Like, you don't do this. You don't do this. And I'm thinking, this is so... I want them to go far. I want them to go final. But easy. I don't know. I'm not going to think bad of him. But Mo Salah, like, literally, this, if he doesn't win this AFCON this year, I pray Egypt goes to final. I pray Mo goes to final. Because he is the best African country. But forget this. Oh, he took me to the World Cup first time. Egypt never. I don't care about that. Taking to the World Cup. Jamaica's been the World Cup. Trinidad and Tobago's been the World Cup. Big up Jamaica. The Reggae Boys went to the World Cup. Yeah? But it's all about.
So you only care about winning, right?
It's winning the AFCON. He must win. Egypt have got heritage. Most countries, the heritage of Africa. They're the Brazil of Africa. And that's why you guys protect him too much, Hassan. You're
Can you tell me what Kevin De Bruyne has won with Belgium?
Huh?
What has Kevin De Bruyne won with Belgium?
He's come third in the World Cup. And why are you going to talk about that?
Third. But
Yeah,
I thought
third.
it's about winning.
Yeah, third place in the World Cup is a failure?
What? I thought it's about winning.
But is third place a failure in the World Cup?
Yes.
If an
Yes.
African
Because
team
for
comes third,
you, anything below
Croatia
first-
went to the final and lost to France.
Also,
it's still
second
an
of all-
achievement. It's still an
Second of all,
achievement.
one second,
Croatia
I
came
don't-
1998 third.
One second,
It was the
Hamza.
biggest achievement for them.
Hamza, is Didier Drogba an African legend?
He's not as big as other legends. Mahrez, no.
So,
He's not.
so you think Riyad Mahrez
Yeah.
is a bigger legend than Didier Drogba?
Bro, are you joking? To win the AFCON, you think Mahrez is not a bigger legend than Drogba?
Man, do me a favor.
No,
man.
no. Hold on.
This AFCON hype.
Everyone
Are you
hear it?
really serious? If
This
I take you to
this AFCON hype, man. Leave
If I take
AFCON
you
out.
to Africa,
First of all,
you believe you'll convince
First of all,
other
Hamza.
people that Drogba, who didn't win the AFCon,
Hamza,
is a
remember the
bigger
player
legend
that
for
you
us.
said?
Hamza, can we
Remember
go
the
back
player
and
that
forth?
you said? Guys, let me respond.
Yes. Hamza, can we go back and
Remember
forth?
the guy
Let
that you
Osam ask.
nominated to win the Ballon d'Or
Hamza,
last
wait.
season? Do you remember the guy that you nominated to win Ballon d'Or last season? Did he qualify for the World Cup?
Who?
Don't say who. Did he qualify for the World Cup? The guy that
Who?
you nominated to win Ballon d'Or.
Haaland?
Yes. Did he qualify
No.
World Cup?
No.
Did he qualify Euros?
No.
Did he win Euros? Did he win any tournament with his country?
No.
Okay. So
I've
so
got an
what's
answer.
so Haaland's a failure. So
No,
Haaland's a
but
failure.
I'll give you an answer for that. This is
So
why.
I say no. Haaland's a failure.
I'll tell you
using
why.
lots of-
The expectation of Egypt as a country
There
is
you are.
different to Norway
There
as
you
a
are.
country.
That
The
same golden
expectation
generation
of
that you're
Belgium as a
talking about.
country. No, one
That
second.
same golden
The
generation that you're
expectation
talking
of
about
Belgium
never
as a
qualified to
country
the World Cup.
is nothing.
Okay,
No
one
one
second,
expects
Hamza, one
Belgium to win
second.
the World Cup.
1 second. Let me just make 2 points, and then I'll let Mo and Staffy chime in because they're both Egyptians as well. I'll just make 2 points. Number one, the same golden generation that you talk about never made it to the World Cup. When you're Egypt, when you're any country who hasn't made the World Cup for 30 years, you want to make the World Cup again. For us as a Jordanian right now, making the World Cup would be just as important as winning the Asian Cup. Same thing, both historic stuff for us. Listening to the Egyptian national anthem at the World Cup is a historic moment. Now, second of all, you keep slandering Mo Salah for getting injured. Do you understand? One second. Haha, Haaland is injured. Haha, KDB was injured. Haha, Rodri's injured. Haha. So now we laugh at players being injured. Hamza, I never thought you're this slow, you know? You're laughing at players.
I never said, look, I said,
he
I
missed
hope
the game.
Mohamed Salah will be up from this year.
He missed.
You remember as one of the greatest players of all time.
Read Fabrizio tweet. What does it say? He's flying back to Liverpool for medical treatment. What does that mean? He's injured.
Yeah, what did I say? No, but I say, that's what I said. If he's going to Liverpool for treatment and come back, in my opinion, yeah, unless the treatment is better, fact, Liverpool will give him elite medical treatment.
Obviously, Liverpool are going to give him better treatment.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I believe in Egypt. Listen, I believe Egyptian has one of the best medical teams. Fact. I trust them. I don't say that. But if they're saying, in my case, I believe,
Have you ever been to Egypt? Have you ever stop capping now?
I could be wrong.
Stop waffling. Have you ever been to Egypt?
Egypt, yeah, I've been to Egypt.
You've been to Egypt. Have you been to the hospital in Egypt?
Egypt, no, I've never been to the hospital in Egypt.
All right. Do you know that all the football players, even the local Egyptian football players, when they get injured, they get sent to Germany and England for treatment? Do you know that?
No.
Okay, so stop capping then. Go ahead.
That's okay, fair enough. I'm wrong. I'm wrong to
You are wrong.
Sometimes when I'm wrong, but I'm
Egypt don't have the facilities if his injury requires something specific. Egypt don't have the facilities. And also, there is no difference between him leaving Cote d'Ivoire to go to Egypt or go to England, and he would rather go to his club who has the facilities in-house to treat him. He isn't employed by anyone in Egypt, just to let you know. So if he goes to Egypt, there is no club to treat him. So if someone needs treatment, he will have to go to his club or be treated in the country where he's at.
Fair enough.
And because he's at Cote d'Ivoire, so he has to go to Liverpool for electrical shocks, for all the stuff to treat a muscles that is torn. That's simple.
But it's not even about the facilities that Egypt have it or not. It's very normal for the player to return back to their club, get the treatment, and if it's back in time, that's it. It's not even if they have facilities, they're always going to go back to their club. The country don't have
Come on, nah, man. Hamza, take the L and move on. Okay.
No, I'm not saying. That's what I said more. I said that part. I said unless he's getting elite treatment from Liverpool, I really hope. Liverpool. I really hope Egypt goes to the final now because I need to see Salah in the final.
If Egypt goes to the final, he will go to play the final. And
I want Egypt. I'm supporting Egypt. I am a supporter of Egypt.
You aren't. No, you aren't. You just want Egypt to go to the final, so you see if Mohamed Salah will go or not. You don't care about Egypt. You don't care if Egypt go to the final or not. Last time you celebrated Sadio Mane winning it over Egypt, even though you aren't Senegalese. You aren't Senegalese, just to spite Mohamed Salah. So simply, you aren't Egyptian. You aren't Senegalese. You are Somali living in England.
I love Egypt. I love Egypt.
Listen, you are Somali living in England. You have no affiliation with Egypt. No affiliation with Senegal. Both are Muslim countries, so you don't care about anywhere. But you celebrated Senegal winning against Egypt to spite Mohamed Salah. So you don't care about Egypt going to the final. You just want Egypt to go to the final. You see Mohamed Salah or not. That's it.
You have to defend me.
2-0 Mo. 2-0.
How many times do I defend Mo in front of everyone else?
Mo 2-0.
Mo gets slandered. I'm the one.
Hamza, you know, Hamza. I get that.
How do you do?
You want to piss off people and all this, but to mock someone for getting injured, he cannot play. He cannot play. By the way, anyone mocks Somalia in the chat for getting banned? No one ever mocked anyone, any country in the chat. Even more.
Like if you ask me today, do you have a preference, Nigeria or Cameroon? I'm like, well, no, I don't.
Exactly.
Tunisia or Morocco, I don't. Because
Hamza,
I
my
have
problem
Saad
with
now.
you is
Because I have
my
Saad
problem with
now.
you
Maybe
is you
Morocco.
keep speaking for the Egyptian people. Yahi, why do you speak for the Egyptian people? I done a show on Friday just based on the stuff that you said. I played them a clip from Egyptian media where Rida Abdelal, who's one of the he's a former Egyptian player. He played for Egypt. He played for Zamalek and Ahli. He came out publicly and he was defending Mo Salah. Yahi, you're talking about Mo Salah.
your own player.
Hamza, 1 second. As soon as Mo Salah got injured, went to the bench, Ghana scored. And the two goals that Egypt scored were both one Inaki Williams passed to Marmoush, and the other one the defender gave it to Trezeguet. So like what? So I don't know. The problem is you always want to take stuff out of context. Yahi, you have two Egyptians here. Ask them. They're here.
The Egyptian guy here. Who's the other Egyptian?
Staffy and Mo. You can ask them.
No, that's stuff. Listen. I'm only saying.
Staffy's a United fan. Even he won't be shameless. He knows this Egyptian team not
You're
good
not
enough to win.
slander your own. You're not gonna slander your own national. There's no way Egyptians are very patriotic.
There you are.
They're the most patriotic people I've ever
You're
met.
on mute, Staffy. If you're
They love every Egyptian player. Like, why would you dislike? I'm just saying, I want Mo Salah to go to the final.
Do you think Staffy likes every Egyptian player? Ask him about Trezeguet right now.
You hate
There you
Trezeguet?
are.
Wallahi, he's garbage.
Why?
One of the worst players I've ever seen.
See, he just called Trezeguet garbage. I thought they're supposed to like every player. What happened?
Staffy, you like Mo Salah?
He's never done anything for my country, so you're asking the wrong person. I'm a United fan, and he's never won me anything, so I'm the wrong person.
See, I'm not being biased. There's another Egyptian.
But look, listen, Hamza, I got messages on my group from Egyptian guys that live in Egypt, my friends, and they are cussing the shit out of Mohamed Salah, right?
100%.
Like a lot of them, and they are Egyptians, and they some Egyptians think that Mohamed Salah abandoned the team and he's not playing well for the team. So people are maybe some people agreeing with you, but you have an agenda. It's simple.
No, I don't. Wallahi, I like him.
do.
Wallahi, I love him. I love him as a player.
No, you don't.
Wallahi, I do. Wallahi, I'm the biggest one that don't hate Mo Salah. I love Mo Salah. Like, I've always called him world class. The only thing I'll never accept him above is KDB because it hurts me to accept my favorite player. I love KDB. But Mo Salah, to me, I've always said world class. Anyone slanders it, I defend it. But that AFCON nation...
Let me destroy. Sam, do you think KDB is world class?
Yes.
Okay, do you like KDB?
No, but yeah, I think he's world class.
That's it. Hamza, you like Mohamed Salah is world class, but you don't like him. It's simple. He plays for your rival. He terrorized your stadium. He dribbled your whole team. He terrorized your stadium. Why would you like him? He's not even because he's what? He's Muslim. Mahrez is Muslim. So why can you convince me? Why would you like Mohamed Salah then? Plays for your rival, dunked on your team many times, terrorized your stadium. So why would you like him?
I like him as a player, the way he dribbles, the way he
I like it. I like Rafael Leao as a player. I like Del Piero. Okay, I like Del Piero as a player. I liked a lot of players that played for Juventus as players. That doesn't mean I like them. Like,
yeah, but the thing
there is no logic for you to want Mohamed Salah to succeed. There's no logic to it.
No, for Liverpool, yeah.
Why are you trying to make Hamza a liar though? If he said he likes Salah, like what is the issue?
I'm trying to understand the logic. That's it, wallah. I'm not saying he's lying. Why would Hamza like Mohamed Salah?
I've got him in my fantasy football team. There you are.
Bro, so does everyone in the world. You know what it is, Hamza? I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, you wiggled your way.
Press to see the real answer. Press.
I'm going in the fantasy football.
Hey, that's what Ainge Postecoglou does, ain't it right, Mo?
Listen, I don't think Hamza's wrong for some of the things that he said.
He presses and he gets them answers. That's right.
Okay, let's speak a little bit more objectively.
Hamza, this ain't over for Hamza because Staffy brought up a fantastic point. We do have to talk about this Omar Serrano stuff and him moving to City.
We will in a second.
Yes, we will. But before we do that, we're gonna go to the super chats. Also, there's 1,000 people almost in here, guys. 500 likes minimum. Meet us at halfway line at least. And also, Hamza, of course, Staffy won't like Mo Salah. He scored a hat-trick at Old Trafford. Big up to Lauren.
No, that's not even it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Hamza is not wrong when he says he needs to win something for his country to be considered one of Africa's greatest. How can he be one of Africa's greatest when you haven't won anything for your country?
So Didier Drogba was not
do you want me to explain to you, Staffy, or not? We're going to get political. If I explain to you why Egypt hasn't won anything
don't get political.
since 2010, it's very simple.
No.
The people that went with Egypt to the World Cup All right.
Hold on.
Mo doesn't give a fuck about that.
All right. To be
second, man.
honest,
Mo's in America. That
Staffy,
USA
I'm-
air hit
Staffy,
different. I'm
Staffy,
telling you.
guys,
One
I'm
second.
Okay.
Backstage.
Can I
Mo,
talk?
backstage, Mo.
I am know what I'm saying.
Mo, backstage, Mo. Backstage.
Guys,
Yeah,
I'm
but there's
Staffy,
nothing backstage
I am
to
an
say.
old.
It's
I'm old. I know what I'm saying, Osam. Staffy, just ask your friends, and I know you have friends in Egypt. I know that. What happened in the World Cup camp when they went to Russia? Because I know
that
people.
story as well.
I know people that went with the camp. They're journalists that are my friends, and they went there and they told me stories. One of the reasons a lot of people don't care about the Egyptian national team because the people that run the Egyptian national team don't care about them.
okay.
That's it.
I was about to get to that.
It's a
'Cause I told
Sam
people-
says, Staffy, when Osam, let me
before the AFCON,
one point just to make people understand what I
أنا ما
mean.
لحقتش أشرح حاجة والله.
Yes. I'm gonna finish my point and let you talk. Do you know what you mean? Do you know when some people say, if my owner of the club don't care and they don't want to win and nobody wants the team to win, how do you want the team to win? When Liverpool fans say, if the owners don't want to win and they're content with top 4, how do you want us to win? If Spurs say Daniel Levy don't want to win and they don't care about winning, how do you blame the players for not winning? That's it. That's my point.
I'm not blaming anyone. I agree with you. And this is why when people sat on my channel before AFCON and asked me, oh, why am I not so excited for AFCON? I told them the only thing that's ran worse than this United team, this United club, is the Egyptian FA. The Egyptian FA is equivalent to the Glazers just on an international level. The whole organization is shit. When people like Omar sat on my channel, Oski, shout out Oski, but he was like, oh, country over club. Bro, this country for about 24 years has done nothing to improve the footballing foundation. And you're talking about one of the richest, one of the biggest countries in Africa. When you have about 120 million people that live in your country, and that's just local people. You're not even talking about people who live overseas. And you can't put a competent 11 in international tournaments, then it's not on the players, it's on you. However, I am not blaming Mohamed Salah for everything because he has a shit team, and he has a shit team because he has a shit organization. I'm not expecting him to do everything on his own. However, I have seen players that come from small countries that have shit teammates perform better than what Salah has ever done to Egypt. And that's what I'm trying to talk about. When he goes to Egypt, he doesn't do
How
enough.
do you put intro and then you say Salah hasn't done anything for me? That's the thing I don't get.
What has Salah done? Took me to a World
you
Cup.
given-
Okay, and then what?
Okay, I'll just say 10 seconds and then I'll let you've given the context, and the context is my context as well. If I'm discussing Salah for Egypt, it's the same context I'd use. Completely different team, players not good enough to begin with. If people like El Neni starting, not good enough managers as well. Hassan Shahata is worth all the managers that you had. Cooper is managing Syria right now. He lost to Uzbekistan, he lost to Australia. Michael Cooper, the same guy that you had in the last AFCON. So you give the whole context, but you choose to ignore the context and go like,
I am not ignoring it. I'll tell you why. Because at the end
But
of
he
the day,
went to the
football-
final,
Yeah,
Staffy, and
listen.
lost on penalties, Staffy. So what? If
ماشي,
what
ماشي. A
penalty
lot
is
of people love to
scored,
say that.
يعني,
طب
and you
we
بص-
would
scored
not have
four
been having the
goals
same
from
thing,
15,
يا
scored
أخي.
two and
يا أخي،
assisted
خلينا-
two.
أرد على مين ولا واحدة.
Okay, let
If you
him
want to talk
respond.
about the final, last AFCON, we went to the final with 2 draws in 120 minutes. He only scored against Morocco. So we scored against Morocco. Hold that, Saad, by the way.
And assisted.
We scored. Did we win 2 or 1?
That
I don't
Trezeguet
remember.
goal, he's the one who played the pass.
Mesh. The next game, no. The game after, no. And then the final, no. So it's not like that team was passing every knockout run because of Salah, and then he missed the penalty in the final. Did he miss a penalty against the final, or he missed one against Senegal? And then in the qualifiers against Senegal again.
No, he didn't miss the penalty. He missed the penalty in the qualifier.
I have a response to that. That is
There's
very
one
simple.
that he missed,
Staffy, go
and
ahead,
then
yes.
He missed
because
in
we
the
played Senegal
qualifier, not in the AFCON.
One he missed,
Staffy, I'm
and
gonna
one he didn't
respond to
even.
what you said.
And one he didn't even take a penalty. Meshi. Then people like to talk to me about the World Cup. Mesh. We went to the World Cup on a last minute penalty against Zambia, I think, at home, something like that. And we went to the World Cup and then fuck all. Okay, we didn't do anything in the World Cup. Go watch
he
it.
was injured.
People.
He scored.
Staffy, he was injured in the World Cup. You remember the shoulder?
Go,
The shoulder.
Go watch what he did against Saudi Arabia. Watch the game against Saudi Arabia. That was before the Saudi Arabian league was even decent. There's still a shit league. Go watch what he did against Saudi Arabia. Scored a penalty and then missed a 1-on-1, and then we lost 2-1 to Saudi Arabia. I remember all these things.
When was this?
Wait,
in the World
wait,
Cup.
wait,
go,
Hamza.
Hamza,
Let
go
me-
look
let
at
him
the last
finish.
game we played against.
Let him finish. Let him
we
finish.
played against Saudi Arabia. We got eliminated anyways, and he missed a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. We were up 1-0. He missed it, and then we lost the game 2-1, and we saved the penalty that game. Okay. Now, my point about Salah, I have seen. Listen, there's people that come from countries that are not big footballing nations in Europe and stuff like that. We're a big footballing nation in Africa, but we're not a big footballing nation outside of Africa. Okay, I've seen Gareth Bale play with Madrid, and then when he goes to Wales, he's playing next to Robson Kanu and dead footballers from the Championship, and he took him to the Euros and he took him to the World Cup. He actually took him far in the Euros. Okay, there's players when they go with their
Same exact thing for
internationals.
Salah.
Wait, I'm
No.
gonna respond to everything.
What Bale was doing with Wales and that team is nothing compared to what Salah does. Salah is never the player. When you watch the game, you never see Salah pick up the ball and he's like, you know what? This is a dead team. This is a dead tournament. But I'm going to show quality. I'm going to show him that I'm the best player in the Premier League, and I'm going
He
to do
done that
something.
against Congo. World
Wait,
Cup
yeah,
qualifier.
let him finish.
He
so I can
rarely
respond to
ever
him.
does
Sam.
anything for Egypt. When you watch Salah, the reason Salah is very good at Liverpool and he's not very good at Egypt because his supporting cast is shit. Now, I don't blame him for having a shitty supporting cast, but if you just proven that you can't play for a lesser team and then carry him on your back, at least there's players what we have watched and we were like, you know what, they didn't win anything, but this guy actually is the best player on this team. If you don't know who Salah is, there's no way you're watching these Egypt games and you're saying Salah is the best player on the pitch. Just bring anyone who's never watched Salah before, be like, tell me who's the best player on this Egyptian team. They're never going to tell you it's Salah because he never stands out. If you can't stand out, regardless of your team being shit, to me, that is not you doing good enough. That means you need Klopp.
Roma,
That
Basel.
means... I'm sorry?
Fiorentina, Roma, Basel.
No, I'm talking about the national team right now. I'm not going to talk about his club career.
Yeah,
In
okay, the national team,
internationals,
you
he has
already
never
difficult.
stood out. He's never stood out. When he
cap.
was young and he
I
had
can name you
Abu
two
behind
off
him,
my head
we
that he
packed
stood out.
6 against Ghana. I don't forget these things. We
Alright.
packed
Yeah, but
6
that
against
has
Ghana.
Sam, let me respond, yeah. Astaghfirullah al-Azim.
Mo, can I just say 10 seconds and then you can
And for the
respond?
people that are saying Wales players are better than Egypt,
Staffy,
the
just
level
off-
of playing
off
in
the back of my
Europe,
head.
the
Okay, just
level
off
of
the
playing
back of
in
my head,
Europe is
Staffy.
much higher than the level playing in Africa. Salah
Okay.
going to Africa, the level of international in Africa is much lower than Europe. So for me to say the level of Wales in Europe, that is nothing compared to Egypt and Africa, because
but
in
once
Egypt,
again,
in
that's
Africa,
very
Egypt's supposed to be
Uganda.
superior.
That's you saying that, but Koulibaly, when he was in Napoli, he was looked at as one of the best center backs in the world. Mendy that season was looked at as one of the best goalkeepers
And
in the
they
world,
won
alongside
AFCON.
Alisson. Sadio Mane was looked at as one of the best players in the
I
world.
don't blame him
know
against Senegal.
Okay,
I never thought we would beat
why-
Senegal.
Two moments. Yeah, 1 second. 2 moments. You're talking about, I have never seen him do blah, blah, blah. Against Congo, when you needed to beat them to qualify to the World Cup, he scored twice. You're talking about the penalty. I'm talking about the goal before the penalty. He scored that game. And against Morocco that you mentioned, the hold that Saad, he scored the goal to equalize, and then he set up Trezeguet for the equalizer. So, like you're
And
saying,
what
about,
happened in the
it
3
never
games after?
happened. If I go back and look at Salah's Egyptian career, I can find out more moments where he's done this. But I'm just saying off the top of my head. But anyway,
That's the least he could do when they cater for him. They play Salah football. Play to Salah, and inshallah he could do something. That's the stuff. This is what I'm saying. We're a shit nation.
In the last AFCON, when Cooper was manager and your tactic was park the bus and let's do hoofball, Neymar will not do anything in that team. Never mind Salah.
But see, you remember my opening monologue? I said I don't blame him for how shit the team
Yeah, but
is.
that's my problem with
But I'm
your
saying
argument.
he
Your
never
argument
stands
is
out.
you
You
state
can
the
still
context
stand
that
out
I
in a
agree
losing
with,
team,
but
Hussein.
then you say,
I don't see him
here's the problem with your argument. Your argument is you state the whole context. I'm agreeing with your context, but then you say, fuck the context, Salah didn't win me anything. That doesn't make sense.
Meshi. But no, this is me when people say, do you love Salah, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying at the end of the day, he didn't win me anything for me to love him like that. Plus, I'm a United fan. He plays for Liverpool. I have no affiliation with Salah. You're Jordanian and you have more affiliation with Salah than me because he's actually won you stuff over the years. I don't blame him on his own for not winning shit, but I'm saying even in a losing team, you have seen players that play on the best international levels, club levels, and when they go to their dead international teams, they still stand out. Salah to me has never stood out with Egypt.
That's cap. Once again, that's cap. I've given you
not cap,
last AFCON. Your best player, Gabaski for me when he came on after Shinawi, he became unbelievable that tournament. And Salah, once again,
Because the penalties.
when we want to talk about, because we have real football conversations, not like Hamza who wants to do agenda. We have real football conversations. Real football conversations. That tournament, you scored 4 goals. He scored 2 of them and assisted the other 2. Yani once again, with very limited and tactically, I'm talking about Cooper, because the Egyptian media were warning about Cooper. But anyway, I really want to hear Mo's opinions on this. So just let him.
Okay, so a couple of things about the World Cup. He actually one of the reasons why our team is reached the World Cup. The fact that we have Mohamed Salah is actually makes the other teams drop deep against us and change the way they play. The proof of that is the last game against Ghana. In the first half, I sent a message to Mohamed Salah and told him, I've never seen Ghana against Egypt drop so deep, and that's because Mohamed Salah is there. When Mohamed Salah went out injured, Ghana completely opened up against Egypt. So maybe the nil-nils and all us reaching the penalties in the last AFCON is because he plays. If he didn't play, we would have lost. Maybe the other teams drop deep and defend against us and double on him because he is the only superstar we have. This is number 1 point. So for me to sit here and say Mohamed Salah doesn't play well for Egypt, maybe because he's the only star, he doesn't stand out, but the other teams respect him more. So he stands out from that point of view. Every time he got the ball, they tried to foul him, even against Ghana, which the game I was watching, he stood out. Number 2, Mohamed Salah in the World Cup, even against Saudi Arabia. Remember, Mohamed Salah was ruled out of the whole World Cup after the Ramos injury with his shoulder. He was ruled out of the whole World Cup, and he rushed coming back. And they were talking about him playing with a cast on his hand, and he said no. The problem is, even Mohamed Salah missed one. I cannot blame him for that because the shoulder.
I didn't blame him.
You literally said he scored the penalty.
At the end,
okay, hold on.
It's not me blaming
I am
him.
responding to what you said, Staffy. Statements. You said he scored the penalty and he missed that 1-on-1, so we lost to Saudi Arabia 2-1. Did you or did you not say that?
What was the best game we played in the World Cup?
No. I don't remember. I'm asking you. Did you?
I'll tell you.
Forget deflection. You
said
said
a deflection, Mo. ما أنت بتجيب سيرة ماتش Saudi Arabia.
You literally said that. Habibi, you didn't mention any other
that.
game.
I did say that.
Uruguay, we played against Uruguay, very good.
Yes, right? And who wasn't in that game?
Yeah,
there you go, Mo. Just say I was on the bench against Uruguay. We lost that last minute
against Uruguay.
No, this is not.
We always park the bus, Habibi. We always park the bus.
I let you talk.
I'm
answering you about something you said.
Okay, what is your question, Mo? I'll answer you.
You said about the Saudi Arabia. Was he or was he not injured against Saudi Arabia?
He played, Mo. What do you want me to do, Mo? He played and he missed a 1-on-1. He missed a 1-on-1 because his shoulder hurt.
You blamed him then. And I'm responding.
I didn't blame him. I'm stating what he did. People said he took you to the World Cup. I'm mentioning what he did in the World Cup. He played 2 games. We lost one to Russia 3-1 or 3-0. And then we lost to the last game against Saudi Arabia 2-1.
That was shameful, wallahi. Have fun.
Yeah, Staffy, you know the problem is I feel like you want Salah to do something Maradona. Like dribble past 10 guys.
That's what makes you elite, like, bro. But that you need to understand that.
That's not what makes you elite. You cannot win international. Yeah, Lionel Messi is the greatest player I have ever seen with my own eyes. He could not win until the whole Argentina team rose. In that World Cup, Enzo played fantastically. Emi Martinez played fantastically. McAllister played fantastically.
And Fita helped them.
Even in the World Cup finals, I think everyone here agrees Messi is the GOAT. In the World Cup finals before that against Germany, he played a clear opportunity. He created for Higuain missed it. So this is what I mean. Like you're applying all the context, but then you're still saying the outcome is he didn't win me anything. Yeah, but the team is not good enough to win anything anyway.
I keep saying again, I said I mentioned that he didn't win me anything because people ask me about my affiliation with Mo Salah. When he plays for my country, he hasn't won me anything. I will never sit here and defend him because you need to understand, I grew up in a generation where we won 3 AFCONs in a row. I'm always going to have more love to that team than this generation of players. So I have noticed it's not just Salah. I actually tuned out of Egyptian football for about 6-7 years now because of how shit they've become. I'm not blaming Mo Salah for the whole thing, but I'm just saying when people sit here and they have a conversation and say Mo Salah is not the best player in Egypt history, he's not one of Africa's greatest because he hasn't won anything in Africa, whether it's his fault or not, history is always going to remember that he didn't win anything for his country, especially that he's coming from a nation that has the most AFCONs in history. That's just always going to be reality, bro. They have 7, and history is going to say that Mo Salah has 0 of them.
That's Hamza conversations. That's out of context. Also, Didier Drogba is looked at as an African great. Ya akhi, if I just Google right now top 10 African players on any list, I promise you Drogba will be there. You know,
so
George
let's
Weah,
put Salah.
did George Weah win AFCON? Did
I
George
don't
Weah
think
win
so.
it?
I'm not sure.
He didn't. And he's looked at as one of the
Liberia.
greatest.
Liberia.
Can
Come on, man.
can
He
I tell
won
you
a
something?
Ballon d'Or.
I rate.
There
He
you
won
are.
a
Now
Can I tell
Ballon
you
d'Or.
something?
The
Can I tell
only
you something?
African player
See,
who won a Ballon d'Or.
you
How
know why
dare
Mo's
you think
Just
George
one second,
Weah?
one second. You know why Mo's
This is
smiling?
shameful, man.
Mo's smiling because he realized what I just did. I'm
God.
using examples of people who are looked at as African greats that have not won AFCON.
George
And
Weah.
for me, you're
and
talking
this
about
is why I think Yaya
you-
Toure is a bigger player for Ivory Coast than Drogba. And this
Yeah,
is how
Didier
my
Drogba-
logic at least is
Didier
consistent.
Drogba played in a final against Zambia.
Zambia.
Did not score.
طب
And
أقول لك
they
حاجة،
lost.
Didier Drogba missed a penalty
Missed a
against
penalty.
Egypt in 2006.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
this is why Yaya
Yeah,
Toure
we
is
know.
superior to him.
Come.
But this is how you know
Papa
my logic
Montessor
is
has
consistent,
AFCON,
at
by
least.
the
It's
way.
not being
Yeah, Staffy. Now you're changing the argument. I have no problem with you saying Yaya Toure is better than Drogba. That's not my argument. I'm saying Didier Drogba, George Weah, plenty of examples across history of players who are looked at as African greats who have never won AFCON. You can tell me, I can name you the Moroccan 98 World Cup team. They never won AFCON. They're looked at as a team that they're looked at as icons of football in Africa. And the thing is with Mo Salah, it's for me, I think he's very unlucky that he didn't at least play like in the 2010 one, at least, or something like. Maybe if he was a bit more lucky, he'd have played that one. I think if he played with the golden generation, he would have won AFCON anyway. But listen,
a closing statement so you understand where I stand here, and just so it clears for everyone else. Mo said something very important earlier. He said he's in group chats with Egyptians, whatever, and he said that Egyptians have turned on Salah.
Yeah.
They say fuck Salah, this and that.
Yeah.
You know why I never said fuck Salah? Because I know more than I don't rate Egyptian football knowledge, by the way. Most people who live in Egypt, they're actually entitled. You remember when Mo said the United fans are entitled, they think they should win because our name is United. Egypt is the same thing. Because they grew up watching us win so many AFCONs in a row, they think we're always going to be the favorite. This is why when we don't win, they're disappointed and they think it's Salah. My closing statement on this is we are not losing because of Salah. Salah is probably unlucky that he came in one of the worst Egypt, I want to say generations, but one of the worst phases for the country as a
It is
football
actually the
country.
worst Egyptian generation ever.
I think
Yes, I
not
agree.
just in
I
quality
agree.
mode, but in terms of organization.
Yes.
Salah, with the way that he is with Liverpool, if he
And
had
quality
just
for
had
me.
a decent team, that listen, if the team just at least had identity and wasn't hiring managers 3-4 months before tournaments, because no one does that on international levels. Usually people hire international managers 2 or 3 years before the tournament so they can get ready for the tournament and they have an identity by the time the World Cup is here, AFCON is here. If Salah had half of that, he probably would have done better.
Thank
However,
you.
once again, as I'm saying, he is not the reason why we're losing. He is not the reason for me to say fuck Salah because I knew the organization is shit. However, my point is that if he doesn't get remembered as an African great for not winning an AFCON, I think this is a very valid thing. It's not necessarily his fault, but this is something that he's going to have to accept. It sucks for him that he came into this generation, but it's always going to be remembered. When people look at Bou Pt2 and Ahmed Hassan and all them, these people are going to be remembered. I'm sorry. It's just simple. This is just how football is. You win something,
I'll
you get
ask you one
remembered.
final short question. Just give me yes or no answer. If Salah wins Ballon d'Or, do you think he'll be remembered?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Okay, I hear your argument.
1,000%. Because that's a different accolade. Because what's the last African player to win a Ballon d'Or?
By the way, I think Bou Pt2 is the greatest greatest Egyptian player of all
Because he
time.
has the trophies next to it.
And
100%.
for me, when I was on Spaces discussing making top 10 lists, I actually was fighting for Bou Pt2, like putting him above many players that Bou Pt2 ran rings around Yaya Toure. There's stuff I agree with you on. I'm just looking at it contextually, and contextually, this is just
And Hadari cooked Drogba and Eto'o, but people don't know that because they watch Eto'o and Drogba in Europe. When you go back. I advise people who want to understand what we're talking about, go look at some clips from 2006 to 2010 and just look up the Egyptian team. You're going to see some of Europe's best, not Europe, some of Africa's best exports in Europe, Yaya Toure, Drogba, Eto'o, Al-Hadji Diouf, some of these guys got dunked on for about 6 years by Egyptian players. Most of them, 99% of them, were local players. We only had 1 or 2 internationals, which was Mido and Ahmed Hassan playing for Spurs and playing for Anderlecht in Belgium. Other than that, this team of locals, a bunch of nobodies, ran Africa for about 6 to 7 years. And some of your favorite got dunked on. Go look up what happened to Eto'o in 2008. Go look up what happened to Drogba in 2006. You're gonna see all that there, and you're gonna understand where I'm coming from.
SCN
Kanaya, I'm
2010,
sorry. I need to finish this by saying one thing. If we're gonna have the same energy, this energy from Salah, not Staffy's energy, it's Hamza's energy. Drogba, Yaya Toure,
Yaya Toure won the AFCON.
let me finish. These people played
Michael
in a golden generations of their countries with multiple superstars that some of their teams were called world teams, world star teams. They got dunked on in the World Cup 2006. They got dunked on in Egypt. Local team with couple of only people that play outside, right? And they didn't win it, and Egypt won it for 3 years. They should, if you have the same energy for them as Mohamed Salah, they should be hanged.
Bro, Drogba,
They should be
Salomon
hanged,
Kalou, Yaya
right?
Toure,
And they should be
Yaya Toure,
slapped.
Kolo Toure.
Slapped. If you can, Cameroon had superstars with Eto'o. They won it 2000, 2002.
Who did they have? Name me 5 players they had.
Song, right? Meyer, the right back. I can't
Maya.
remember now.
Who's Maya?
The
Lauren.
right back. Lauren Itami
Lauren
Meyer.
was in there.
Lauren Itami Meyer.
Lauren was done.
No, 2004 he played.
Hamza, they
in-
had
No,
good songs,
Alex
by the way.
Song as well.
Rigo
Alex Song and his uncle
Alex Song,
who's the coach right now.
Patrick Mboma, bro.
Mboma,
They
yep,
had
yep.
superstars.
Mboma.
Hamza.
Not Mbuemo.
Carlos Kameni in goal. Many players, bro.
Hamza, you know that this Cote d'Ivoire team, they said they are contending for the World Cup in
Nah,
2006.
African teams, no. you can't.
Exactly.
So
They
go
said
look
they
up
are
the
contending.
2006 team.
Look at the
Wallah, he's not
2006
joking.
teams. They said before that they are contending. They got out of the group stage.
Jeremy, yeah.
Bro,
Anyway,
Wallah,
listen,
Drogba
I-
had a quote on that game. He had a quote on that game about Al Hadri. Something I forgot what the quote exactly was. He's saying one of the goalkeepers he'll never forget because he played against them that gave him nightmares was Al Hadri. Because
Yeah.
in the walk in the AFCON 2006 final,
in
bro, he
African.
saved. Didn't he save 2 penalties from him that day,
He did,
or one?
he
of
did.
two?
And you know
Three,
the
the
problem-
generation, Hussam, 3 World Cups in a row. That golden generation was Yaya Toure.
No, but hold on.
Got out of the group stage, bro.
Brazil,
3, and you're
France,
comparing
South.
Egypt to the superstars of
Hussam.
Didier Drogba.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. in the
One second.
club.
Oh, hold on.
You are comparing them 3 World Cups,
But they
out
won
of
the
the group
AFCON.
stage.
That's the thing.
They
AFCON.
won it.
no, no.
Hamza.
You know,
They
you know
won
what
it.
team to win the
Hamza,
World
don't be
Cup for
disingenuous,
Africa
Hamza.
will be the
What-
greatest achievement in
Hamza,
the
one second.
continent history.
Let me correct you. Hamza, let me
Continent
correct.
history. Like
Hamza.
any team that wins the first ever like World Cup for Africa will be the greatest African team forever. And you know, you don't understand that. So for you to rate Ivory Coast team who never even had a back line, never had a keeper. What was the keeper's name? What was the
Wallahi,
keeper's
Hamza, he
name?
played in the French league. I forgot
You
his
don't
name.
even know
but he was
that.
not.
He literally
No,
played
no,
in
no,
the
don't
French.
do it.
Why do I have to know the name
You know
of the
Kolo
French
Toure,
of the
Yaya
keeper
Toure,
that
Drogba,
played for Cote
Salomon
d'Ivoire in
Kalou.
2006?
But the rest of the play, Didier Zakora.
Do you know his name?
Huh?
Zokora
Do you
played
know?
for Spurs.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
no,
me-
that's what I'm
hold
saying.
on.
But the rest were a bunch
Hamza,
of nobody.
who was Egypt goalkeeper in 2014?
Egypt's keeper in 2014. No, I don't know.
Exactly. Why would I know Cote
No,
d'Ivoire's
but you say-
goalkeeper
you
that
say
played
Cote d'Ivoire to
in
win the World Cup.
2006?
Son,
Is a
Cote
quarterback
d'Ivoire
Carlos,
will win the World Cup.
Let's just
What the fuck?
I want to talk about the City thing and the Arsenal thing quickly after this. So let's just wrap up. Let's just read the super chats. Big up to Lawrence says, Osama, I can't remember what happened to Haaland in November for Norway. They got eliminated from the Euro qualifiers against Turkey. And Rodri, can you lie to me? Rodri get dunked
Rodri
on by
won the
Yusuf
UEFA National
Siri, who
League
plays for
country, and he
Sevilla.
was man of the match.
He couldn't even win it. He couldn't even win a header against
Heritage,
Yusuf
yeah.
Siri.
Won the
Same thing with
Nation League.
Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz,
They
best centre back in the world. He was,
Rodri's been
he
the
was
best player in the
smelling
world.
in Siri ass when Siri dunked on him with a header. Big up to Sonny. What did KDB do for his country? What did Company do for his country? Nothing. What did Aguero do?
What did they have? They had Chadli as a right back.
There you
They
are.
had Chadli
See?
as a right back. They had Mignolet. They had
See,
Thomas
now he
Lemane.
wants to do
They had
context.
Adnan
Everyone
Januzaj.
noticed what just
What are we
happened.
doing here?
Everyone
Adnan
noticed what just
Januzaj
happened on the
to win the
stream.
World Cup.
Everyone
Biggest
noticed
show
what just
ever.
happened on the stream. For KDB, it's let me put context.
different.
For Salah, he
He's
didn't.
been good.
It's so strange. It's so
Hamza, by the way, I just pulled up the squad
mean,
real
that's
quick
not
because I
bad.
wanted to remember. 1 second, Hassan. Let me just dunk on Hamza once and for all. I pulled up this Ivory Coast team. Okay, that played against Egypt in that final. Okay, This is the 11. They had Drogba. Obviously, you know who Drogba is. Played for Chelsea. Aruna Kone. I think Aruna Kone played in the French league at that time.
PSV.
Sorry, PSV. Correct. Yeah. They had Emersi Faye, who played for Nice, or I think he played for Reading at that time.
I don't know that guy.
They had Yaya Toure. They had Didier Zakura. Who ended up playing for Spurs the year after the AFCON. He went to Spurs. That's how good he was. Okay. They had Kolo Touré in the defense. They had Emmanuel Iboué from Arsenal, the right back, playing. The only two unknown players was Jean-Jacques Tizé, the goalkeeper. He was a nobody. I don't know who he was. And the other center back, Kouassi. Even on their bench, they brought on what's his name, Kalou, the one that played for Chelsea.
Solomon Kalou.
That is their team. That final against Egypt. If I name you some of the ones in Egypt, Hamza, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know Al-Hadri, Wael Gom'a, Ibrahim Said, Al-Sa'a, Shawqi, Mohamed Barakat, Abu Trika, obviously everyone knows Abu Trika, Ahmed Hassan. The only export who played in Europe that year, Mohamed Abdel Wahab, Allah yarhamu, Mit'ab and Amr Zaki. That's Amr Zaki before he even went to Wigan. That team only had one player that played in Europe. The rest were all playing local. Even Mido, who was playing in the Spurs that year, he had a fallout with the manager and he got benched for the rest of the tournament.
Yep, we all remember.
And I just named the whole team that 90% of them played in the French league and the Premier
Mo's
League.
asking, let's keep the same energy for Drogba and Toure and all these guys who had a golden generation and lost all these times. Now, let me. I just want to, guys. We have a lot
move on, guys.
to go through. So I just want to read super chats. Let me respond to them. So, like, please just let me respond to them, and then
I'm done here.
After that, we'll go to the last topic. Big up to Inter Services. Tuchel is an overrated coach in the league. We were crap under him. Does not change his tactics, and without Kane, he will be made table right now. Tuchel equal fraud. Thank you finally for admitting the truth, Winter Surfer.
Surfer is the best Chelsea fan out there, wallah.
Yeah, 100%. I warned people of Tuchel. They won't listen. Big up to
Maybe he's
Ryan.
not the best, but we know he's better than Ziad. That's what.
Oh yeah, 100%. But that's
have some shame.
anyone can do.
Andrew, have some shame. انت الثاني انت وياه ستافي ومو كمل يا حبيبي.
Don't let us bring
People
on
criticizing Salah for getting injured and not being able to play for his country. I don't hear anyone slander Haaland for doing the same thing. Yeah, Haaland didn't play in the qualifiers for 4 games. I didn't see Hamza tweet Haaland bottled it for Norway. He didn't put it. Big up to, by the way, using his logic, John Carew got them to the Euros. John Carew is better than Haaland. Hamza, we caught you last time. Don't flip-flop now. You already called him elite. Belgium ain't done shit either. Salah took Egypt to the World Cup, reached the AFCON final. Did you forget KDB still a clock to Courtois? That is an L that Salah will never feel in his life. Big up to you, Cam Scally. Thank you for the super chat and all the continuous support. Big up to Ed who says Salah's coming to get treatment and going back. He's injured his hamstring. Who the fuck do you think you are? Big up to you, Ed. Thank you so much for the super chat. Big up to Zach who says Didier Drogba stop the fucking civil war to bring Ivory Coast to the World Cup. Wallahi, don't disrespect my legend. Hamza, Zach, you know what it is? You cannot talk context with this guy. It's all about, oh, did he win AFCON? Yeah, Didier Drogba stopped the civil war. George Weah became president of Liberia. Mo Salah came from the village of Egypt to becoming the best player in the world. Like, context matters always. Big up to you, Zach. Big up to Anaido says, do Belgium have the heritage of Egypt in AFCON? Maras have a bigger and better legacy. Did it with Leicester and Algeria. Legacy is just a new buzzword that new football fans use. And if we just lump trophies next to each other, then Carrick has a better legacy than KDB. Big up to you, Anaida. Big up to Cam Scally who says, Yalla Mo with the mic drop. He definitely done a mic drop earlier. And big up to you, Cam Scally, once again. Big up to Adib says, if you watch ball with your eyes, Hazard. If you watch ball with your eyes, how can you say Lampard's better than Gerrard? Big up to you, Adib. Big up to Cryptic Dino who says, where can I learn how to waffle like Hamza? World-class waffler broadcasting live from the Waffle House. Salah's one of the best African ballers ever. Cryptic Dino's a Chelsea fan, by the way, and even he's saying this. Thank you for being honest, Dino. I appreciate it. Big up to Anaida again, who says Egypt are 8 times AFCON champions, are competing against countries like Zambia, Cape Verde, Togo, who don't have facilities like Egypt. Yes, and I love how you just mentioned those 3, Zambia, Cape Verde, Togo. That's like me saying Norway are competing against Lithuania, Latvia, and
Cyprus.
Slovakia. So let's not mention Nigeria. Let's not mention Ghana. Let's not mention Morocco. Let's not mention Algeria. Let's
South
mention
Africa, who have way better facilities than Egypt.
South Africa. Let's not mention any of these countries. Big up to you, Anaida, though, for the super chat. Big up to Frank says 100% Staffy. Compare Salah to Eto'o, not even close. You cannot say not close, but I do agree. Eto'o ranks
But Eto'o
higher.
is bigger. I think.
Eto'o is the best player.
Eto'o is way bigger, man.
No.
Back-to-back triple with different clubs is just unbeatable.
Actually, probably him. And then
He's 100% bigger than Drogba though, because I always see this convo. I don't understand why Drogba and Eto'o are in the same
I hear you. I hear you.
It's
Big up to
not even
Hamza
close.
Mahrez is not even the same universe as Drogba. And we were talking about African legends. Know your football. You are from
What we
You know
doing?
one thing about I love my about this whole conversation is I live in the MENA region. The MENA region stands for the Middle East and North Africa. This guy acts like he speaks for the Algerian people or he speaks for the Egyptian people. I was watching the media yesterday in Algeria, cussed the shit out of Riyad Mahrez.
No, now, yes.
This guy do not. Ya akhi, let me speak. Ever since that free kick, they saying he has not done a single thing for Algeria since that free kick.
Brother,
Since
the
the
cup.
one free kick he scored in the semi-final.
I've watched every AFCON game.
Times better than it
Assam,
was. And
I've
you gave
watched-
Mahrez like a thing.
Sam, I've watched every single game for Algeria in this AFCON, and Mahrez has done fuck all.
He doesn't
I
need
can
to
tell
do
you
anything.
firsthand.
He's
I can tell you firsthand
He's
what he
not
does.
one,
Listen,
have
no,
we?
hold on, Hamza. Listen, I'm saying this. Listen, I see him on the pitch. He's like this. He just watches them,
He's
and
won
he
it.
starts shouting a few things and waving his
Yeah,
hands
he's
around.
won it. He's done more than your country.
And
Your
Saad,
country's never
you know
won
what's
an
funny?
AFCON.
Let me tell you why Hamza doesn't
Has
show the
Morocco
same
ever won an AFCON?
two years ago. 2 years ago.
This
Yes,
guy, bro.
Morocco
Why are you
won
questioning
AFCON.
me,
AFCON
bro?
came 1982. Anyway, let me tell you about.
Actually, 76, but
last.
Hold
Saad, you had to let it go.
hold that.
And you did it, and you drew today. Hold that.
Anyway, point
Against
is,
Switzerland.
You're such a fraud. You're in the gutter. And this guy's chatting to me when I'm top of my group. Well, like, it's crazy.
Tackle.
Oh,
Anyway, can I talk? For fuck's sake.
Can I
fucking talk?
Can I say one thing, please?
guys, can I finish the 5 super chats so we can move on to the final topic before you all bitch in the private chat that you have to go? Thank you.
والله ما وريش حاجة النهاردة. أنا
Okay, انت ما وراكيش حاجة. Now it was at 11. Jacob, oh guys, I have to go. I have a show. And then Saad, I have work tomorrow. And then Mo, let's stop dwelling. And then Ziad bitching as per always. Anyway,
I'm just creasing it. I'm just
He didn't
creasing
even
it.
have anywhere to go.
Staffy's sitting there with the
in 10
shisha. He's
seconds.
like, "You drew today. Hold that."
Okay, guys, as I was saying, this guy doesn't watch media. Also, I know he doesn't show the same energy because if he wants to talk now, he wants to act like, Mahrez is finished now. He's older and shit. Last AFCON, Algeria were looked at as the favorites and they got knocked out of the group stages. Mo Salah, in his whole life playing for Egypt, has never had a team as good as the Algeria team from last time. They got knocked out in the group stages, ya akhi. This is the stuff that people never mention in context. It's always, did he win, did he lose? Did he win, did he lose? Ya akhi, Gareth Bale is the greatest Welsh player of all time. He never won fuck all for Wales. Sometimes it's not just about win every single time. Big up to you, Winter Surfer.
Hey, but he
Big
did
up
for
to Onaida.
LAFC.
I watched my country win World Cup.
Big up to Onaida, says
Gareth Bale
Salah
did
more
win for
Christmas
LAFC.
legacy and moments than performance in Egypt shirt. Salah can't even score free kick, but Bale Mahrez did.
Salah,
Years up, once again, Mo Salah scored the free kick literally for Egypt. I've seen it with my own eyes. The problem is you guys don't even watch African football and you want to chat shit. Second of all, Riyad Mahrez cannot lace Mo Salah's boots when it comes to conversations about greats, when it comes to all of this. I will never respect a player who sat on City's bench for 5 years and compare him to a guy who started for Liverpool year in, year out, has 3 golden boots in 5 years, 2 playmaker awards. Have some shit. But thank you for Big up to Lawrence, says Hussam Wise, fuck dribbling. Hamza, why is your old CFO who's in charge of City sponsorships plus partnership during the 115 charges era resigning for your rival team? Lawrence, stick around. We're going to be answering that question now next because the final subject, I want to talk Arsenal and I want to talk Omar Berrada as well. But I'm glad we dunked on Hamza for that Salah topic. Big up to Toko, says Belgians with the generation expected W, not third place. Fact, they expected to win, and this guy's such a fraud. He decides to mention Nasser Chadli. Brother, in the whole Egypt team right now, there is no player as good as Nasser Chadli was for Spurs to begin with. And yet,
Sammy, you want me to dunk on him one more time?
It's not even that. Hold on. Can I just say one thing about the Belgian team?
Can I breathe?
Can I just say one thing about the Belgian
Let me
team?
breathe. Let me breathe.
played against France.
Right now, the funny part is he's mocking. He's saying KDB got third. Yeah, Salah got second. You want to play this game?
What won the World Cup?
Big up to you,
The World
Toka.
Cup.
Big up to you, Toka. On
The World Cup.
Sam, let me dunk on him one last time. Sam, quick second here.
Dunk.
In what year was it? 2018, the World Cup? Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2018, Hamza, let me tell you something. Belgium was ranked number 1 in the world according to FIFA ranks.
Number 1.
They went into the World Cup as the favorite because of their ranking.
Yes.
When they lost to France in the semifinal?
Yeah.
When they lost to France in the semifinal to that Umtiti header, they were the favorites over France. France was
No, they
actually.
were not.
Yes, they were. Yes, they
No,
were.
they were not.
Hamza, don't lie. France wasn't even playing that well. Hamza,
That
they
beat
barely.
Lukaku.
Yeah, Hamza. Sawani. Hamza,
After they
And
beat,
otherwise,
not only
after
were they
they
ranked
beat
number one,
Belgium 2-1, they were looked at as favorites. Don't lie.
and Ventura.
This is crazy.
100%, because
This
they
is shameful,
scraped.
like, literally.
France scraped Argentina. Remember that 4-3 game?
Argentina,
Belgium finished top of their group, cooked everyone on the way, and they actually beat England in that last game. If you remember, they didn't need to beat them. They beat them to go to
They beat Brazil.
Remember, no. I'm talking about the group stage when they beat England. When Januzaj scored that goal, or was it Chad? I think it was Januzaj that scored that goal. That game was meaningless because both England and Belgium were qualified. Belgium was so good that they beat England and they went to the tougher bracket, the bracket that had all the difficult teams. England, if you remember, went to the easy bracket, and that's why people clowned them for losing only to Croatia because no one on that side was tough. So that Belgium team was so good that they were ranked number one. He lost the World Cup as a favorite. So when he got third, he wasn't an underdog. He was the favorite to win it. That's
Okay,
the
let me
difference.
tell you.
And also, hold on, Hassam, just one. You also speak. No, one sec. Can I just land my point? Just one. Just one point. Hamza, you're also forgetting that he went into that team. With Vertonghen. Yeah, and Alderweireld, who in that competition, they were said to be some of the best centre back partnership.
Yep.
In the world,
They had
in
Prime
the world,
Hazard,
bro.
and he had Prime
As
Hazard.
a partnership and Prime Hazard Prime going into that.
He had Moussa
competition,
Dembele from
and
Spurs
still-
playing behind him.
and
Okay.
still.
And you
Still,
know,
I'm
you're
not-
talking about Prime Hazard. Funny you mentioned Prime Hazard. You see, because me, I don't do agendas. You know who the two best players? Because Staffy mentioned something important, standing out. The two best players for Belgium were Hazard and Lukaku. And if you watched Belgium and if you watch them play football, we laugh. Ha ha ha, Lukaku. I'm talking about Lukaku for Belgium. Lukaku for Belgium with Hazard were the two best players in that whole competition. It wasn't even Kevin De Bruyne. And if I want to talk about Kevin De Bruyne's career, he has a golden generation. Last time in the World Cup stages, he goes, we are too old, and he gets knocked out in a group with Morocco, Croatia, and I forgot the third
Why did
team.
Brazil not win?
Canada. I remember I watched every single Morocco game.
And you know, I'm so happy, Staffy. I'm so happy, Staffy.
Ziyech.
I'm so happy Staffy mentioned Gareth Bale. Guys, Wales knocked out Belgium in the last
Isn't he?
Euros.
Wallah, isn't he?
There you go.
Wales knocked out Belgium in the last Euros. Wales.
Hey, that
Robson
Wales
Kanu.
game was
Wales.
crazy.
Kanu.
Wales.
Robson
Hey, Saad,
Kanu.
What do you mean? People don't know about ranking. Ranking
Saad,
means nothing.
at least Salah lost
Ranking-
to Senegal.
Ranking
This guy
means
lost to
nothing.
Wales.
Let me teach you that.
Wales.
Guess who
Wales
is ranked number
eliminated Kevin De
Wales
Bruyne.
is crazy, bro.
Morocco
Wales is
eliminated
Guess who was
Kevin
ranked
De
number one
Bruyne.
at one point? Croatia. Back in 1997. They were ranked. Why did they not win the World Cup in
El
98?
Bozo.
You frauds.
El
Don't
Bozo on the
know
chat.
that. They had Chadley. Look, wallahi, they had Fellaini behind Lukaku. They had
There you
Chadley as a right back.
Didn't
Look,
Fellaini save him against Japan?
Yeah, and
Fellaini
Fellaini played
saved them.
Come on,
Fellaini
guys.
scored against Japan and saved them.
Can you close
Yes.
your eyes? Would you ever
By the way,
imagine
Cam
Fellaini
Scally.
kissing the World Cup?
Cam Scally. You know,
As an
Cam
image in the
Scally.
World Cup? You can't
I'm
have
so glad Cam Scally said this because he's saying, Hamza, did you just say Simon Mignolet as if Courtois didn't exist? Hamza just proved his fraudulence. If he kept same
That's
energy,
the
he would have
greatest
said,
Belgium team
yeah, one
ever.
second.
Ever.
If he would have kept same energy, he would have
Remember.
said, KDB didn't win Euros.
That's the type.
KDB didn't win Euros. KDB didn't win World Cup.
Came
He
third.
failed. خلاص. That's his logic.
He
That's
came
his
third.
logic. No context. Fuck the context.
Hamza, you know
right?
what he did in that World
Fuck
Cup?
the
Let me
context,
remind you
he
one more
failed.
thing.
Done.
Let me
Did
tell
he
you one
stand
more
up?
thing.
No.
He's
He
Hamza.
achieved what Johan
He
Cruyff
held the
has done.
record. Hamza,
He's
that World
achieved
Cup.
what Johan Cruyff did.
Hamza, he held
got
the
same
record.
achievement international stage.
Hamza, he held the record in that World Cup for the most turnovers in one game.
I want
No
to
one,
be the best-
no one
the
broke that
best player
record.
for
Hamza,
3
no
games.
one broke that record until
Best player.
KDB in the last World Cup. He holds the two worst records in World Cup history for the most turnovers by a player. He gave up the ball about 60. I forgot how many. How much? I need to look it up. He has. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't even better than Hazard.
Bro, he
Hazard
was
was
the
playing
best
with
player.
half a hamstring last World Cup, and he looked better than him.
Bro, go and speak to Belgian people. They'll tell you he's the best player. I've got videos.
Okay, Hamza, this is
No,
why
don't
the
chat
Belgian
shit.
people.
Don't
This
chat
is why
shit,
the
man.
Belgian people. This is why the Belgian people voted Hazard as the best player in their in the nation's history.
Bro,
Over
Hazard
KDB.
used to
Lukaku came
2018
second.
had
Lukaku
2018
came
World
second.
Cup. A'udhu billah.
Lukaku came second. Anyway, big up to you, Winter Surfer, who says Hazard carried KDB for Belgium. Yes, 100%, he did, and KDB didn't even stand out. You know, go Staffy's point about standing out. Anyway, listen, big up to you guys. 900 people in here. Final segment before we wrap it up. I just want to talk about. Wait 1 second. Winter Surfer just sent me something. Belgium starting lineup.
Winter Surfer's a fraud, by the way.
Alderweireld,
I don't like this Winter
Kompany.
Surfer part.
Alderweireld, Tottenham guy.
Vertonghen. Yahi,
Tottenham guy.
Can I speak because I'm looking at
He finished second in the Premier
Moussa
League. Okay,
Dembele,
don't lie.
Axel
It's
Witsel,
crazy.
Fellaini, Hazard, Lukaku. That's there's the reason why they were ranked number 1.
Bro,
And
he's
these names-
using this stupidity
Fellaini,
with the you're using this
Fellaini,
Tottenham
Alderweireld.
thing objectively as an Arsenal fan. I can tell you that
Watch
Alderweireld and Vertonghen were very good centre back.
Yeah, they were very good centre
Oh,
back.
they were in the title
Very
race that
good.
year. They were in the title race.
No, no,
What
no,
are you
no,
talking
no.
about?
What are we doing here, bro?
All I say, Tottenham.
Anyway, listen. We have to move on.
Hey.
Because, well, it's been 2 hours
Your
and
captain
5
company was there,
minutes.
by the way.
I love me some Toby. Yeah.
Sorry, say that
Great
again,
partnership.
Staffy.
Imagine Tottenham.
I said that your captain company was in that team too. He was
Yeah,
playing
he
next
was.
to them.
Yes.
Oh, he was old,
Anyway,
but he won the Premier League with them right after. Okay.
Staffy, I want you to fight Hamza, but for a different reason. Before I do that, guys, there's still 900 people in here. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Right now, hit the like button and subscribe. And we're just going to be talking about Omar, Berrada, and Arsenal quickly here. I don't want to stay for too long because almost this Oppenheimer settings right here. So do slap the like button, do subscribe. We got all the super chatters. We give you guys a massive shout out at the end. Big up to Toka, who's Belgian. He's saying Belgium down here, KDB is a disappointment. Ask the Belgian people.
What?
The
He's
Belgian
talking
people
from
have-
Belgium.
You know, Hamza comes on this football. He doesn't realize, alhamdulillah, we're global. People watch from all over the world. Here you can see Euros, Belgium, right there. Toka, for Belgians around here, KDB is a disappointment. Dunk on his head top. Anyway, Saad, Arsenal 5, Crystal Palace 0. We finally got. Wallahi, I just wanted 20
You know,
minutes.
finally, bro.
If I may, I have to go, Saad.
Saad.
If I may,
Oh, yeah,
If
my
I
bad, my
may
bad.
just-
You go.
if I may just
Big up
sneak on in here and say, Saad, you're still a fraud. Your left winger is still a fraud just because he got these 2 goals when, really shouldn't have. But hey, we move. I'm really proud that 2 out of 8 can make Arsenal feel like they're still back in the conversation. I've always said you're closer to Tottenham than you are to Liverpool or City. And once y'all realize that, I think the better off you'll be as a fan base. But hey, we'll find out when the year eventually gets shaken out. To score 5 versus Crystal Palace at home, you did what you did your job. And I'm finally, again, I just want to bring it 2 for 8. You were holding up 5s earlier. I don't want you to get it mistaken. You may have scored 5, but where was that 5? And the other 6 out of that 8. So respectfully, you can hold that every single time. I still think none of this masks what Arteta has done. I think to change it up a little bit, but still stick with the same thing when you try to change up the training regimen and you want to
Completely
shake
different.
things up.
We played completely different. You clearly didn't watch the game. You're just talking based on what you want to say.
I
don't
did.
know.
Apologies. It was at 5:30 in the morning, and I wasn't feeling great that morning. But I did wake up and I did watch what I could see, and it was still boring at the end of the day. I didn't. In Crystal Palace, what are we to expect there? We beat them. We had 1 shot on target and 2 goals. So I think beating Crystal Palace at home is not really an accomplishment. If they want to parade that around, then hey, props to you. I hope you get the confidence. But again, I just want you to know, like as a friend, and there was a lot of people talking on Footy Judge Mo's channel earlier yesterday. That call-in show was quite. I don't know. It was a mixed bag of emotions listening to that because it was quite angry, listening to all these people waffle. But it made me realize I guess Saad's not that bad as an Arsenal analyst. Again,
We're calling Saad
just-
an analyst now. We're done out here.
Analyst
you
is
know-
crazy, bro. Analyst is crazy.
I'm
I'm just a fan, bro.
Analyze things.
I
Do you
don't.
not
I
get
don't.
up
No,
here and
no,
analyze?
but an
Do you
analyst,
analyze the game? Are you live
hold on.
whenever you watch along on Football Corner
Yes,
97?
okay.
You're live and you're
Hold on.
like,
Yes,
oh,
okay.
look, they're doing this. Oh, I think we need to do this. In the off season, you're like, oh, I think this and we
Okay,
should do
halas,
this.
halas.
That is an analyzation if I've ever seen one. So you are an analyst. I may be propping you up, but go check out the Football Corner 97 where you can watch Saad analyze and all his wall. Hey, You're still a fraud for saying you believe your manager is going to win the league. I like that this win gets you, feeling good as a. I have friends who are Arsenal fans, and man, y'all needed this. I know what that was like. We didn't quite do 1 in 7. It didn't take us that long, but you had your own journey that you had to go through, and I'm proud that you feel as though you found some kind of sun rising on the other end of this journey. But look, I wish I could stay longer, and I'm sorry to all the Arsenal fans. I know y'all are happy.
To interrupt Jacob now, guys. We're going to be redirecting to Jacob today. He's about to go live on United Spurs of America. I believe you're going to be talking about Anthony Nusa, right? The signing. And you're going to be talking about Spurs. So it's going to be a nice Spurs conversation there. As you guys can see, right on the
Spurs. Did you sign
United Spurs
No,
of America,
not yet.
right
It is. It is just progressing. Things are progressing. She said, "Hey, I like you." We said, "I like you too." We're just sorting out the financials. I think it's going to be a loan. We're going to buy him and then loan him back. And what it is actually a little bit of cheeky business. See, I'll give you a little taste. The cheeky bit of business is if we do the deal in January as opposed to in the summer, what happens then is after 2 years, he becomes a homegrown. So now he doesn't count as a foreign spot. He becomes a homegrown. That's what we did with Papa Matasar. He is now going to officially be a homegrown in the summer. So that's quite nice, freeing up yet another homegrown spot. Cheeky bit of business, just small, cheeky bits of business. Buy, loan him back, get him back as a homegrown. Hey, we're cooking out here. So,
you better hope
big up to you, Jacob. Big up to you. Big up to you. Thank you so much for joining us as per usual.
Thank you.
So just moving on to Arsena. Appreciate you, Jacob. I'm going to be
everybody. Hey, before I go, if y'all don't hit the like, I'm for real. I'm just disappointed. I'm not angry anymore. I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed.
We just sat here and give you guys AFCON heritage history. You guys can even.
You know how much I just learned? Yeah.
We've given you
that's knowledge.
Liverpool, Kevin De Bruyne, everything. Hit the like button.
Allah, no other show would have talked to you about what we just talked about today. Jean-Jacques Tizé. Where are you going to hear about Jean-Jacques Tizé outside of here?
Yes.
Yeah, so hit the likes or else I'm going to be really disappointed in all of you. But big up, everybody. Take care. Have a great rest of the stream.
Big up. Anyway, just before, I just want to address this little in 10 seconds. No one. Go ahead. KDB scored the bazooka versus best goalkeeper in the world. Alisson and dunked on Neymar in the World Cup quarterfinal against Belgium. Have no heritage in Euros. Anaida, I just want to say genuinely, thank you for all the super chats and the support. Everyone in the comment section is welcome to disagree with me. You're welcome to say anything against my arguments. You're welcome to say anything against what I say. I'm just responding to you. Anaida, me and you, we have to agree now. Either we do context or we don't do context. Once again, the same logic you used in your super chat. Mo Salah scored the 2 goals against Congo to get Egypt to the World Cup for the first time.
Brazil.
And against Morocco I think it was a quarterfinal of an AFCON. They were 1-0 down to Morocco. He scored 1 and he assisted 1 to lead his team to the semi-finals. So once again, let's either do context or no context.
I cried as a Brazilian.
I either say KDB didn't win Euros, didn't win the World Cup, and you say Salah didn't win, or we have a full-on context conversation. But genuinely, thank you. Hamza, let us talk about Arsenal. KDB, thank you so much. Anaida, thank you so much for the super chat. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. Big up to all the super chatters today. You guys have humbled us with your support. There's 900 people in here, almost 2 hours and a half into this stream. Like, unbelievable. Saad, Arsenal 5-0 Palace.
Yes, fucking hell. Finally, man. Finally. Listen, for me, scoreline was good, but the performance in the first half did not replicate the 2 goals that we scored. Scored 2 goals from set pieces. Second half, we came out again. Didn't look too active from the first for the first bit of the second half. Then we scored the first goal from open play, which was scored by Trossard, and I feel like that opened up the team for me. I feel like the team became a bit more energetic. They were filled with energy. They started to play a bit better. It was a bit smoother. So I like that, and I'm hoping that this win could give us something going into the next games. Like I said in the preview, that this game is gonna shape how our next 5 games are gonna be, especially with Liverpool coming up, especially going away to West Ham as well, which is a difficult place to go, West Ham, for us. So going there as well, it's going to be a difficult place for us. So this is going to shape how we go into the next 5 games. I feel like Gabriel played very well in this game. Very underrated centre back by a lot of the rival fans. a lot of football fans underrate this guy so much. Gabriel is very good since he doesn't make bozo. He doesn't have bozo moments anymore. He is a good centre back, and I feel like him and Saliba complement each other very well. Because you speak, obviously, Staffy was speaking about the Rio Ferdinand and Vidic. I think they're the same type of partnership. Obviously, not to the level of Vidic and Rio Ferdinand. We have to have some respect for the legends, yeah. But it's the same kind of combo of two centre backs, the same duo. I think Gabriel is the rough one, the aggressive one. He's there to put in the tackles and do the rough work. And Saliba's the one that's going forward. You know, the one on the ball is good. So for me, I feel like Gabriel had an amazing game. Saliba as well, amazing. Martinelli, 2 goals finally. I hope that this does a madness for his confidence, man. I hope that he can go now. He can start scoring goals, man. For me, it's just good to see him get goals again. The smile on his face after, I didn't see that since the last time he scored. Yeah, so since the last time he scored, I didn't see a smile on his face. This guy always looked upset, pissed off. Who else am I missing? ESR. ESR, when he came on, a breath of fresh air, man. Comes on for Kai Havertz. You see that he's trying to prove himself, trying to get back into this team. It shows levels. The way he moves forward, the way he drives into space is amazing for me. I've been calling for this guy to start, and I don't know why he doesn't. It's Arteta with his favorite Havertz. He wants to play Havertz, so he's never going to play Emil Smith-Rowe unless he brings him on for shit minutes. And yeah, Odegaard. I don't feel like the first half he was too good. Second half he was good at progressing the ball forward, but even again in the box, he was these guys in the box. I feel like he always gets muddled up, bro. He doesn't know what to do. He's always thinking too slow in the box, and this has been his story of his life this season, to be honest. Saka again. I don't know what's happening with this guy, because even in a game where we're getting goals now and we start to have fluidity, I don't know what's wrong with him. Is he injured? Is he overplayed? He needs a break. He just had a 2-week break, so I don't know whether.
Oh, you tell us. I hate when you say this. I want to hear your opinion.
In my opinion,
I don't know.
My opinion is I think he is injured. I think he's carrying an injury, and the fact that the club is not doing its due diligence of going to Saka and say, because if they just ask Saka, "Are you okay?" Saka's always going to say, "I'm okay," because he's a young player. He wants to play all the time. He's never going to come out and say, "Yeah, I'm injured. Look, I got to stay off for a couple of games." He's not going to do that. So the club has to do its due diligence and go and see what's the problem. What's the problem? Is he injured? Does he have an injury? Go and look at it. Yeah, Saka needs to be dropped for now. They need to look into it and see
an injury. Maybe he's underperforming.
No. He right now he is different. He looks different. Before he used to sprint for the ball differently. Now he's getting outpaced by slow defenders, bro. By slow defenders, he's getting outpaced. They're going past him and getting to the ball first. He was never a slow winger. So you can see that he's lost pace. So that shows me that he is carrying something. He has to be carrying something, because you don't just lose that pace over the span of 3 months.
Just play him left back inverted in midfield.
I think that left 8 spot, he can actually play a role in that, to be honest. I've seen somebody do an analysis on it, and I kind of agree with what they were saying. If you see his ability to, or his physicality, as well as him being able to carry the ball in the midfield, it's not as demanding pace wise as the right wing. Do you know what I mean? So I think he can play that left position.
But I think that one was very impressive. But I'll just say one thing quickly. Also, guys, by the way, listen. Everyone in the chat, I just posted the link to Staffy TV right here. Staffy's only 60 subscribers away from 3,000 subscribers. We want to get him to 3K subs before the end of the stream. All you have to do is literally just hit this link right here and it'll take you to Staffy TV. See how I'm subscribed with the notification bell. Everyone go subscribe right now to Staffy TV. Let's get him to 3K. Also, Saad's link is in the chat. Let's get Saad to 1K, the Football Corner 97. Go subscribe right now. It's in the description. Go subscribe to Ziad Zone. Go subscribe to Footy Judge Mo. Go subscribe to Hamza Talks Football. All of these guys, go subscribe. All their channels are in the description. Just go subscribe. And I want to get Staffy to 3K before the end of the stream. So let's do it. Let's get Saad to 1K as well before the end of the stream. Go subscribe to their channels if you're yet to do so.
Can I just say one more thing? Sorry. Or two more things. Just two more things. Firstly, because I went and watched the game back because Brandon pointed out something to me which I didn't even clock in the game. Jesus was playing more as a striker than a false nine or a centre forward dropping into the midfield. He was playing as a striker. I saw it as a positive and a negative because he was getting caught offside a lot, and I was like, he's getting caught offside, but at least now he's playing as a striker. So this means Arteta's changing something. Arteta's making changes in that team, which we know he's stubborn, so we didn't think he'd make changes. He's actually starting to make changes. And Raya, for that pass, that was incredible. That was an incredible pass, man. The quick thinking. I
think that's what Arteta got him for. He got him for these moments. Because when you look at that one, that just reminds me a lot of what Alisson does sometimes when he picks up the ball. Obviously, I'm not comparing him to Alisson. Alisson is levels. We've seen Alisson. How many times would Alisson get an assist, especially to Salah? Because he knows the minute I pick up the ball, we have a counter because I know I have an outlet in at the halfway line or something like that. I think it was very good of him. And I think if he continues to do stuff like that, it would show why Arteta's wanted him this whole time at Arsenal. But here's the thing, Saad. I want to come in and just chime in a little bit on this.
Go ahead, bro.
Because I feel like, and I'm not even trying to take a dig at you, but sometimes you just sit here and you tell me the obvious, okay? I'm not here for Saad to tell me the obvious. I listen to a lot of Arsenal fans, and I watch the game with my eyes, so I can see some of the stuff that you're talking about. You're the Arsenal rep here. I need you to say, this is an issue that we have, and as Saad, the content creator for the Football Corner 97, this is what I would suggest. I don't want you to say, oh, I think Saka is fatigued. Oh, I think Saka's injured. Saka's clearly been underperforming. Saka doesn't even have the GA to show for it right now. And it's a clear issue, okay? Because this game, you won 5-0. But on another game where it's 0-0 and you're looking at your main guy to bail you out, you're going to be looking at Saka. But Saka's not performing now. I don't want you to tell me why you think it happened. Sorry, he's underperforming. I want you to tell me what the solution. I need you to think a little bit outside the box and to tell me, because you're the Arsenal guy.
The solution is very simple, which I have said again and again and again. The solution is to get proper cover for Saka. Get somebody who is at that level or just lower. Yes, exactly. There isn't. Right now, all he has is Reece Nelson. That's the only cover. So unless you want to get cover, or another option, which is to play Gabriel Jesus in that right wing position. You play Gabriel Jesus in that. You play. I said just now. You didn't hear what I said. I said Saka.
No, you say you did, but in general, do you just believe? Okay, that's fine if you're saying that right now. But I'm just asking: do you think Saka should be dropped?
Yes, I think so. It would do. He needs a break to gather his thoughts, and he needs to know also, because he's playing like he's playing with an injury, but there's also a sense of complacency in him as well. There's also a sense of complacency, and these players need to know you're playing for a top level club. Yeah, you're playing for a league club. You cannot sit there and think your spot is there for you, guaranteed every time. It's not. It's not guaranteed. You see how Martinelli came on and scored those 2 goals? Because look at Trossard. Trossard played for him, and then Reece Nelson came and played for him. So he knows that place is not his. Saka, unfortunately, doesn't have the backup there to take his spot. Reece Nelson is never going to take his spot. Reece Nelson isn't, because he's not the level. Gabriel Jesus, on the other hand, I think he can take his spot. I think he can play.
I believe that's utter bullshit. People.
No, he can play in the right wing.
No, not from you. I think that's
Mo. I'm not lying. Mo, bro. Listen, since Mo gave up that very nice personality and now he just cusses a lot, I think he's a new man. This guy just sits there, he listens, he has no filter no more. He just comes in and he's like, listen, this is just utter bullshit.
It's not from Saad. To be honest with you, Saad, with all due respect to you, I respect you, I love you, but you have been fed this narrative by the media that a player needs a competition to perform. Mohamed Salah hasn't had competition for his position for the last 6 years, bro.
That's a very good point, Mo.
Yes,
like a lot of people. So listen,
But Salah,
Okay,
no,
but
because
what?
your thing,
I heard,
what you're coming
because
is
I told you that.
no, Mo.
Wallahi, Mo gave it
What
special.
you're saying,
But
what you're
but
relax. Mo, what you're saying is you're comparing him to Salah. Salah had experience. Saka has just come in straight away to the Arsenal setup, and he's been playing games for us consistently, week in, week out. So Saka
Okay,
doesn't
so
know
the
where
reason.
Saka
What
doesn't know where
experiences
it's
do
like
you
to be
need?
dropped.
Let him.
Saka doesn't know where it's like to be dropped.
Okay, I think actually, if you get Saka, someone to compete for his position, he might get worse. Because
No,
players
It's
that
very
I'm
possible.
gonna tell you. I'm
No,
gonna
it's
tell you
very
why.
possible.
I tell you why. I'm gonna explain why. I'm not gonna just
Saad
sit.
had enough.
Listen, I never sit here and say stuff out of my ass. Right? I give you explanation. You like it, you don't like it. It's up to you. Right? You can disagree with me. All right. Here is the thing. Saka is a young player. You get him a competition at the same level, and he doesn't play 3, 4, 5 games, and the other guy performs. Saka loses confidence. His time in Arsenal might be done. That's something that people have to. To be very careful. Experienced players are different. You get Modric competition at Real Madrid, he bides his time, waits, and then he gets back. You get Cruz competition. Someone like Saka is young. You get him competition. Imagine if you get Bowen, and Bowen performs well for 10 games. Saka sits there and like, fuck, I did all of this for these 2 years, and this guy Bowen comes from West Ham, takes my position. He might perform bad. This is my opinion because young players, to be honest, need consistency and need confidence. Unless you are Phil Foden. The difference between Phil Foden and Saka is that Phil Foden, even if he sits on the bench, he gets like 40 minutes. He gets 40 minutes, by Pep, so he never loses confidence. Never loses confidence. But Saka, if you sit him on the bench for like 5, 6 games, he might say, fuck this, I'm out of here. What is this?
By the way, this is a fair point here from Mo, because truthfully, like, no agendas. Maybe if Saka gets competition, he really does just lose confidence and shit and just move on.
There's players historically that have said that. No. There's players historically, Saad, that Mo's not waffling, and I argue with Mo a lot. There's players historically, the minute the manager gets another player in their position, they feel like they're out of favor. They feel like the manager doesn't trust them no more. You can look at Ramsdale, by the way, is the same thing. Look at Ramsdale. Ramsdale hasn't been the same since Raya came in, and his dad had to come out and defend him. And no one thought Ramsdale was touchable. No one thought Ramsdale was touchable when Raya came in. Because all Arsenal fans, when Raya came in, said, no, it's only a loan. He's only here for quality, and he's leaving again anyways. But now look at him now. Ramsdale, when he comes in, he always looks shaky now.
Yeah. You see, Arsenal, firstly, on that situation there, Arsenal fans that said that didn't know the truth, because we knew that Raya was his guy. Before Ramsdale, he wanted Raya. When Raya came to the club, when Raya came to the club, you saw how he invited him. Difference to Ramsdale, bro. Ramsdale, they got the shirt, they went like this, and then they signed the contract or whatever. Bro, they gave him a personal gift, his granddad, Raya.
The minute I heard the whole family. Granddad, I know
with his granddad, they say, hola, ¿cómo estás? I knew it was done.
So you're saying your manager is a liar.
No.
He lied to
all managers lie, by the way.
He lies a liar.
Staffy, you hit the nail on the head. All managers lie. Please don't start jumping. The only thing I'll say in regards to what Mo said,
I don't like fuck your devil's advocate. I'm not doing this.
In regards to what Mo said,
he gave up. What Mo said. I'm moving on.
Yeah,
I'm not biting. I'm not biting. I'm moving on,
guys. In regards to what Mo said, I just want to go back to that competition thing. When Saka plays and the right wings for England, and there is competition, you can see that they can play Phil Foden on that position. Yeah, they've got options on that right wing, and he has competition. He still plays for England at a very good level. At a very good level. At a very good level. In competition, he still handles it. Hold on. All I'm saying is he still handles. Guys. I've criticized him. Don't act like I haven't. But 1 second. What I'm saying. Please, Khalas, 1 second. Please. What I'm saying is that even in the England setup, he still handles competition. He handles
Internationals is different,
competition,
Saad.
bro.
Saad, don't do that. Internationals is different.
Predictable
Listen,
now.
internationals.
Oh,
One second. Internationals is different. Every international team, we know who's the star of this team. No one looks at this England team when Saka first went to it, and they were like, Saka, that's his
Bellingham,
team.
man.
Everyone knows that's Kane's team, and all the young kids around him that came in.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, they might be future stars. They all know there's competition because when you play for England and they're picking from players from all the Premier League, you already know there's competition there. There's a difference between it being England and being Arsenal. Everyone knows Saka, that's his team. It's not the same in England. So when we use that comparison, respectfully, I'm not using that. He's not Neymar when it comes to England. Neymar knows he's not replaceable in Brazil when he's healthy. Kane knows he's not replaceable, even if they have Ivan Toney
you
and
don't even have
sitting on the
competition
bench.
because Foden don't even play right wing to begin
No,
with.
I'm just saying it's not even the
does,
same
he's
because
been played
internationals
there,
is
bro.
meant to be like that.
When Saka didn't go to the for England duty last time, who played at the right wing? Foden. They played him there because he's the right winger. Gareth Southgate's system. Or he plays him in the middle. That's it. In the middle or the right wing. That's where he plays Foden. The only time he played him left wing, I believe, was in the World Cup. He played him one game, 30 minutes,
left
and he
will
got.
cook. I'm not even doing banter. I think he will cook.
No.
Bro, why do you think every time I'm bantering, he's essentially playing
You are bantering. Inverted
crazy.
left back, yeah.
Saka
What
in
is
the
this
middle of
guy
the
saying?
park is a sight that I don't want to see. I don't want to see this guy in the middle of the park. I don't.
LDM, he will cook.
100% he wouldn't. Saka in the middle of the park. Saka needs the wing, bro. All his play is giving goes on the wing. Even when he cuts in, is because he has that wing.
Saka's
the line.
friend is the line, bro.
100%.
You know what
Players
I
that
would-
you
you know
need
what
to
I
stay
would-
next to the line.
Do you know what I would? Do you know what I would recommend? Do you know what I would recommend? For, if we could do, I would like for Mikel Arteta to switch them around. I want him to switch them around. Switch Saka to the left. Switch Martinelli to the right. See how that works.
That would never happen.
See how it
that's
works.
not the philosophy.
I know it will never
even
happen, but
more
that
days.
would be good, man. That would be good. I think.
But
we
anyway,
put
listen. Speaking
Trossard
of that,
in the
would be
middle.
good. I know, Saad, you have a
Yeah,
work
I'm Saad
tomorrow
spoke
as
a
well,
lot.
I'm
We
sure
didn't speak
Ziad,
on
so I don't
Arsenal,
keep
yeah,
you guys
so
for
wallah.
too long. Even Hamza has work.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Final topic. Hamza, why is Omar going to Man United? Can you tell the people?
Listen, at the end of the day, no, it's Omar Berrada is not the main guy at Man City. We know it. The thing is, one thing I have to say, there's something called shame and class. And I'll tell you one thing. Wallahi, I'm telling you now.
Wallahi, he's never going to say something serious. He's not. Look at him. Go ahead.
لا لما يخلص انا هرد عليه
Something called shame and class, Hussam. Wallahi, there's something called shame and class.
Shame.
They talk about being this big club. We're Manchester United. We're Man United, we're the biggest club in the world. So why are you coming? You laugh at me. I'm corrupt. I'm nobody. I'm just made recently. So why are you coming to me? Why are you coming? Hussam, why are you coming to me? To beg for my guys around there. If you don't want to be like me. You cuss me. Oh, look at you, Hamza. Look how you dress. You dress like a Trump, but you want to wear my trousers. Hussam, if you can't cuss the guy and want to be him, yes or no? Wallahi, let's be honest about this. I'm the biggest because I got my gold bridge. Yeah? Because Ferguson come to my football club. Yo, football has changed. Have some shame and class. This year you're finishing bottom of the group. You're begging to be me. Staffy, wallahi, you beg to be me. You beg to be me. Staffy, you come here. Your players are not united. Some of you don't know Rashford's a problem. Some of you think Bruno's a problem. Some of you think Anthony is a problem. Some are going already mad on
Hamza, can you explain this?
Is your best player. McTominay is your best player.
Can you explain this, please?
Doomed.
Can you explain this? Can you explain this, please?
One second,
Why
let
the
me go.
turnover of staff?
The thing is, factory. We give people jobs. We give people names. You never knew about Jason Wilcox other than before at Blackburn Rovers as a player. No one knew about him. No one, as Mourinho said, you don't know where he plays, who he plays, whatever he does. Whatever Mourinho said,
If he plays,
if
they play,
where he plays, whatever it is.
how they play.
How they play.
You took Umar Berrada. Yes, congratulations. But does that mean you will be elite? No. You got a lot of problems in your football club. You've got a lot of football problems in your football club. My football club main guys, Sam, is Sheikh Mansour.
Hamza, are you honestly
Khaldoon
not worried?
Mubarak. Yeah. Then Ferran Soriano.
Are you honestly not worried, Hamza? Be honest. Are you not
No,
worried?
Hussam, look at the structure.
Because everyone's leaving.
Let me tell you, 1 second. Hussam, let me finish.
Go
Sheikh
ahead.
Khaldoon Al Mubarak is number 2. Number 3, Soriano is number 3. Tikshi is number 4. Pep is number 5. Omar Berrada, fair enough. Thank you very much. You worked at my football club.
No, these are the 5 people going to jail. Everybody else is leaving.
No. One second. Last statement. Wallahi. You want to know how bad their football club is so bad and their fan base are so bad? Sam, if a guy has been insulting you in your Twitter, he said, watching Man United against Bayern in the 99 USL final, Omar Berrada, I had forgotten how much Bayern really deserved to win that match. What a failure. Did you not even do vetting? Well, stuck at my airport because of snow delays. I'm watching Chelsea vs Man United. I can't wait for Man United to lose. Oh, Chelsea 2-0. Yeah. My guy is the CEO.
Can we come in now, bro?
No. I'm gonna answer.
Wallahi.
I'm just waiting for it.
Wallahi, be honest, Staffy. Wallahi, you have to be ashamed. You have nowhere to say anything.
Hamza, let me know when you're done so I can answer.
Because he cussed your football club. Wallahi, if you come out there and say, oh, we took Mercy. Bro, he cussed your football club. He's a spy, probably. How do you know? Bro,
he's going to spy on you.
Would you not
He's
allow...
going to expose you guys.
Would you cuss? Would you allow someone in your house who's been cussing you every day? And then you say, come to my house and eat. But he cussed you. Do you trust him? Do you trust him, Staffy?
He didn't work from us. If anything, he bought you. He was biting you in the back, not me.
Bro, but he cussed your football club.
No, he didn't. How did he cuss us? Because he said Bayern deserved to win the Champions League. He didn't work for us. So why would I expect him to? Okay. So now it's time for me to answer, Hamza. First of all, if you're gonna go by that logic, when Robinho signed for you, he said I thought I was going to Manchester United.
They didn't say that.
But you guys still hired him. He still played for your club. You didn't send him back. You didn't tell him how you're gonna mock us like that and cuss us. How can I let you hear? He thought he was coming to Manchester United when his agent spoke to him, and you guys still hired. Okay. Secondly, Hussam, I sent you a clip, Hussam. I need you to be ready.
I'm so pissed, man. This Omar Berrada guy. Bro, he didn't have any followers. I was following this guy, sending him messages, man. I could show you. Oh my! I had to delete my thing, man. I need to unfollow this guy. Like, Snake is the worst thing, bro. How could you? Like, oh, I'm so angry. Oh my God! Like, literally. Snake! I can't believe it, man. What the hell? There's something called standards, bro. Like, surely human beings have to have standards. Like, literally. Unless he's a spy for us.
So there you go, Hamza. Yeah, you better hide, Hamza. I would hide if I were you.
Everyone spam shame in the chat right now.
Now, guys, this is the first thing Hamza... This is the
115.
first thing Hamza sent yesterday when he saw the news. Now, here's the thing, Hamza. You're upset, Hamza, because I came to your house and I took your girl and you left. Okay? Because now you want to sit here and say, oh, but, you know, he's not number one. It's Sheikh Mansour number one. And then, what was it? Khaldoon number 2. And I forgot who's number 3. And Shiki is number 4 and all that stuff. Hamza, you was upset when he left. Okay? You know why you're upset when he left, Hamza? Because this guy worked for your club for 13 years, and he was running not only your club's footballing operations, he's been running the city. And let me tell this for the people who want to understand. He's been running the footballing operations for City Group, which includes 11 clubs around 7 continents for the past 6 years, I believe. I think it's the last 6 years. So this guy runs every in and out when it comes to football in Hamza's club. All these players, you know, when Hamza sits here and he says, I'm watching Girona, You know who helped build Girona? This guy. You know why? Because he's been helping get the right players into Girona. You know when Hamza sits here and he talks about New York City FC and then and what they did in the playoffs and all that. You know why? Because Omar Berrada was running the football operations for them. When Hamza sits here and he talks about the youngsters that they signed at a young age and they sold for 45 million, like Cole Palmer, like I don't know how much they paid for Trafford and all these players, is because this guy was helping recruit young players and he's been responsible for the sale of these players, and he helped your club generate 400 million from academy player sales. So when you sit here, Hamza, and you say that you won't miss him, that he was not good enough, this and that, and standards, and why are we trying to be like you? The only reason you're saying that is because you understand how important he is. Okay, Hamza. So and the proof. Khalas, Hamza, you can say no all you want. People heard the voice.
Part of the sponsorship, and you guys say that we're part of the sponsorship. We're going to get that 115 charges. So your CEO is going to go down with us then.
One point at a time. Just let me get to that point. Secondly, I want to talk about the fact that he left. Okay, so he left Citigroup because he got an offer from Ineos and Sir Jim. Hamza, 1 second. He resigned. What do you mean? No, he resigned
because he wanted this Ferran Soriano's job. It's a
Hamza. Well, I was about to explain that.
Exactly.
He got basically he got a promotion to become a CEO. When you're becoming a CEO, I think that there's no higher position at a club other than being an owner when it comes to being a CEO. So he basically got the highest promotion in football, in business, that he could have gotten. The reason he wasn't going to get that in City, Hamza wasn't lying when he said there's people ahead of him, okay? But that doesn't mean that he is not good enough for the job. The guy got an offer for Sir Jim. Sir Jim had said, listen, I've seen what you've did at City. We've been monitoring what you've been doing. You've been doing a great job. We want to bring you in, and you're going to do the same thing for us here.
Bro, he was under a guy called Bro,
yeah, Hamza,
he was under a guy. He was doing apprenticeship under a guy. Go Google it.
Yalla, alhamdulillah.
Roll DeVries. He was doing apprentice. He was behind him. So don't talk to me about being a big. Bro,
Hamza, I just said he got a promotion. Hamza, I just explained that.
He was not even top 5 at City Football.
So what? Okay, but that's not the issue to me. That's not the issue to me. The thing is, we got the CFO, the chief footballing operator,
behind
of football. Yes. So he came in and he's gonna become the CEO in the club. Anyone who wants to lie to you, and I'm the number one person that gets called negative when I speak about my club, okay? When I tell you this is a positive signing, when I tell you this is probably going to be a bigger signing than any player we have done in the past decade, I actually mean. Hamza, hold on, Hamza.
They said the same thing about Mourinho, the manager.
Yeah, Hamza, let me finish it, Hamza. I don't care about Mourinho as the manager. This move, listen, what is the one thing we always talk about? United are never going to go back to competing until they fix the structure, right? Mm-hmm. This is a step towards that. Now, I'm not guaranteeing anyone right now that it's going to work because he's a very good individual, what he does. And by the way, he worked for Barcelona, Hamza, before he went to your group.
I know.
When he came from Barcelona a year before,
you know what he did Barcelona?
He worked for their what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Not commercial.
He was part of a team.
Financial, was it?
Not the commercial. I'm looking for the sponsorship team. That's something similar that he did.
He was part of a team, not even by himself. He was part of a team.
Hamza, it's his first job in football. Hamza, you know he's a college dropout. Hamza,
we're approaching 3 hours.
He's a college.
So we're gonna.
He's a college dropout that got a job. Eventually as a CEO for Manchester United. So it seems like you're doing something right in your life. Okay. By the way, he's Moroccan, Saad, so you can flex that as well.
I already know, bro. Omar Berrada.
Okay. So Moroccan people are sneakers.
So the point I'm just trying to make here is, Hamza, he actually rejected job offers before going to Manchester United. So he was always going to resign from City. Now, I understand there's a speculation about him jumping ships because it's looking like there's a sinking ship at City because of the whole Rico case. But we'll find out that later. But for now, Hamza, you can sit here and clown it all you want. You can say we're trying to be you. When what's his name? Sheikh Mansour came in and bought your club.
Staffy.
Hamza, do you remember who was your first manager when Sheikh Mansour bought you?
When we got Mancini.
No. Before Mancini, don't do that.
Marcus.
Where did Marcus play?
Marcus.
Where did he play?
Marcus used to play for Chelsea. And Chelsea.
خلاص, I have nothing to say.
Listen,
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
note,
yeah.
listen,
Can I just
you guys
say
I have
one
nothing
thing?
to say on that.
One thing, Habibi.
Hamza
One
is
thing. Let me
Play
just.
for
undefeated, and there's
Chelsea.
no point.
I was watching my Chelsea.
There is no point of us doing
Wallahi.
this.
I watch my Chelsea. Wallahi.
It's gonna be
Hamza,
3
did
hours.
Marquinhos play for Man United?
Yeah,
or not?
Hussam, one thing.
What?
Hamza, did
One thing,
Marquinhos
please,
play
man.
did
Just
Marquinhos
let
play
me-
for Man United or no?
Yeah, he did. He did.
One thing.
So you got a manager that played for us, Hamza. Did I tell you you're trying to be Man United? Who did you sign, Hamza?
But
You signed Carlos
bro,
Tevez.
he's negative towards Man
Can I
United.
just quickly say one
I
thing?
just want to ask you
You're
that
trying to- I know
question.
you're trying to dunk.
Can I
No,
say
no,
one thing?
I'm just saying he's
hold
a
on.
United legend as a manager, but he's trying to
Bro,
say
I
me
want to
I'm
ask
trying
you
to
a
be
question about
Can I
the
say one thing?
the
Can I say
tweets
one
against
Wallah,
Man
haram
United,
alik.
laughing at United. Do you accept him seriously as your CEO? Wallahi, I want to know. Were you a man of principle?
Wait,
What
say
is
that
your
again.
man
La
of
Sorry.
ilaha illallah. Hamza, can I
What's the
just say
question
one
again?
thing?
والله عندي وجع راس
The
والله.
way he's
I don't
insulted
know.
you.
I don't know. Wallahi.
Can I say? Talk.
Nail.
Listen, for Man United, since Ineos have come in, we said we have to wait, and Staffy said this as well. We have to wait to see what they do. If they make big moves, how they try to change the club for the future. Unbiased, objectively, as an Arsenal fan, I put that aside, and I speak right now just as a football fan and just watching how this is happening. This is gonna be massive. Because anybody that Man United can take from Manchester City with the way that they've been run, let's forget about the 115 charges. Anything that they take from Manchester City, and especially this guy who handled the football operations, he handled the footballing operations, the talent.
He brought you
Team,
Haaland,
the
Hamza.
one that
Don't be shameless.
and he also done the financial stuff and
say
helped
no.
them with all of that.
With
So
nothing.
this guy is gonna change Manchester United. I have a weird feeling about it.
Oh, because he's Moroccan. Because he's
No.
Moroccan.
I couldn't care. Wallahi, listen,
Man is Moroccan,
Hamza. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less.
Another
If,
Mo's
I
praising
couldn't
Mo
care less
Salah,
if he's
you're
Moroccan.
praising Moroccan.
Hamza, you're such a fraud.
don't
I
care
couldn't
if
care
you're
less.
Brazilian.
I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if it was Moroccan, bro. City have been running away. Where they're very good. Their club is very good, making money. They're very good at getting talent in, talented footballers. So this is what's gonna happen. He is gonna revolutionize their club. This is the moves you want to see from Ineos making. This means they're serious. They're serious.
Saad,
They're not
he
just
was one of the
bullshitting
people that
about what
came
they
in.
said.
Let me just say something real quick for the people to understand. Before Pep went into City, there's a group of people that City hired from Barcelona to come in to lay the footballing foundation before
Soriano.
Pep comes in. Yes. And who was one of them, Hamza? Omar Berrada was one of
They were
them.
the main guy. That's his friend.
But he was one of them, Hamza.
Dixie used to play with him.
Yeah, Hamza, I get it. I didn't say they're not, but I'm just saying this is one of them. So if you want to sit here and rate Tixi and rate Khaldoon and rate all these people, you can't say that you don't rate this guy just because he moved across the street, Hamza. The guy just got a promotion. Even Big Steve, who Sam has beef with, he came out yesterday and spoke about him, and he said he's a very good job at what he does, and this is a very good for Manchester City, so for Man United. So if you want to sit here and be disingenuous, Hamza, go ahead. But I'm saying right now to all United fans, this is a very good move. This is an important move that will shape our future. It's all going to come down to how he works with the Glazers because the cancer is still there. I'm not making any promises, but it's the right signing.
Very. Too many comebacks that we have to end the show. Too many comebacks that we have to end the show.
Yeah, listen, I have to ring the bell here. Ding, ding.
Can I just say what?
Ya Allah.
Yeah, give me Morocco. Talk about Moroccan guy. Go on.
Yeah, can you tell me why you didn't win today against the DRC?
ما تبلش
Can we not do that? Can we not do that?
Sam, do the super chat يلا خلص.
Hamza, his country got dunked on today by Wissa.
Yeah, now he's
See, it's easy, man. What's going on? That's how he's coconut goal, man.
Big up to you, Hamza. Big up Cap Scally. He's like, I told my girl we're done watching Ahwa by 11:30. I get cussed now. I blame Hamza. Hey, listen, khalas, we're just gonna wrap up here. As people are saying in the chat, this is the first ever 3-hour episode. It's like an episode of Oppenheimer at this point. It's like a movie. You get me? Welcome to Oppenheimer, episode 53. Ziad doesn't moan when he's on Lewis's channel for 6 hours. But anyway, big up to SU.
I'm never on this shit for that long.
There you are. Habibi Jacob, I think I was very objective yesterday. Hey, Jacob's gone now. We're going to redirect to him. Big up to Cryptic Dino says, Arsenal, not Chelsea. You're lucky. I like you. Oh, shit. My bad, Habibi, my bad. But it's still like point stands because you're defending Salah as an Arsenal fan. I appreciate it, you know. Big up to the book of Eli, who says Nelly is a striker and Jesus is a winger. Just switch him. And then he says the reason for our players stagnating is fraud. Teta, Eli, I know you're Arteta out. I mean, we're gonna ask Troops, inshallah, tomorrow on the Back Again podcast. So tomorrow I think I've got Tom Little at 3:30, something like that. And then I'll go on the Back Again podcast, inshallah. Also, Egypt are playing, so we'll see if Mo Salah will just remain at Liverpool.
I'm doing a watch along for that if you're not, but I'm letting the people know.
Yes,
Also,
big up to Football Capo who says Jesus perfect compilation. Saka just needs a competition. Sorry, Saka just needs a break. And speaking of need a break, my guy Football Capo, thank you for the super chat. We need a break now, so just get wrapped up here. I've been sitting my ass been on this chair for like 4 hours straight. Big up to you, the Liverpool era and Saliba. Everyone just spam W show on the chat. Record-breaking show. We've stayed the longest ever we've ever stayed on the stream. Big up to Eli. Big up to Toka, Dino. Big up to Anaida. Big up to Zach, Cam Scally, Winter Surfer, Jack, Ed, Eclipse, Hassouni, Mina. Big up to LA something. I can't read my own handwriting. Big up to Red Lion, Steven. Big up to Mr. Khan, Adib, Football Capo, Kosa, Nadra, Zonzi, Essie, Frankie, Ryan, and Starboy for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're all slapping the like button. Make sure you're all subscribing. We're going to be redirecting to United Spurs of America. Go over there and spam the chat with Ahwa raid. So it's not Hussam raid. It's not any of that. I'm writing the comment right now. Just go spam it with Ahwa.
Why Ahwa raid? Why can't they spam Romero is a bozo? Romero spam, guys, hold on. Spam Romero is a bozo.
Spam Romero bozo. Actually,
Jacob is probably already finished by now.
Listen, this is what we're gonna do. Spam Romero bozo as soon as you get redirected. Spam Romero bozo in his chat right there. All the channels are in the description. Footy Judge Mo, Staffy TV, Hamza Talks Ball, The Football Corner 97, Ziad Zone. Go subscribe to all of these guys because they just gave up 3 hours for this channel to give you guys prime entertainment. So go subscribe to all of them. As Staffy said, he's doing a watch along tomorrow. I'm sure Saad has AFCON watch alongs as well in mind. Hamza is going to be doing City content. Ziad is doing watch alongs and he's doing Chelsea content. And you guys know Footy Judge Mo tomorrow as well with Tom Little and Nobbin. So plenty of content coming your way. I'm going to be on with Tom Little as well tomorrow.
You can find me also on Girona Talk Ball. I'm dunking on Madrid. La Liga, let's go!
And you can find Hamza on A-listers. Don't forget A-listers tomorrow, inshallah. So we're going to cook Grigsy. Big up to you guys. Love you all. And go spam his chat with Romero Bozo so he can get triggered. Yalla. Peace.